The game's to be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money. They say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste if you ain't got no time. Out and about, out chasing paper. The streets of my house and the house always wins like Vegas. Never down for the count. Second win, second nature. Found mine. Never had my hands out. Fuck favors. By design, everything tailored. In my youth, it was shell toes, no Chuck Taylors. Weak soap game, how to have a game show. It's still the same code game, so it's still the same code. We all pay the cost, pay dues. Move with the mind state that I can't lose. On the grind, push a hard line with my linemen. Back when I was young, they said it's all about timing. Feel it's my time, all the stars are aligning. I'm a diamond in the rough, couple cuts got me shining. This game you cannot cop on consignment. In the field, all we do is execute assignments. The game should be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste if you ain't got no time to talk. The game should be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste if you ain't got no time to talk.
First, we get into this paper. See, I want it all, plus a mule and 8 acres. A lot of alcohol, few dad bags of paper. Run this shit like a ship and I'm the sailor. Cold, kinda like it's fresh up out the freezer. Cold, if she ain't talking bread, I don't need her. Soon as I meet her, I'm a fucker, then I leave her. It's the old Mac needs, treat them all like bottom feeders. Break it down slow for them folks that don't know. I'm a seasoned vet, black belt out the dojo. With a wide range of weapons, so I'm out the holster. Keeping all options open, so many ways that I can fold ya. Told you from the gate, never been about no play. Get it on the go, they never been known for no delay. The game should be sold, not to be told. Keep your mouth shut, don't have to break the mold. Mac needs.
Break the work down, it's fist to move. Push that work out, I distribute. Break the work down, it's fist to move. Push that work out, I just distribute. A young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor.
I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. You know I'm the boy, get money's what I'm used to.
Keep you straight from the gate, so I don't confuse ya. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'ma make noise, shout to my producer. I'm an entertainer, but I ain't here to amuse ya. Yeah, fuck with shooters and they all fucking users. Come through, wake that ass up like a rooster, hella early in the morning. Early bird gets a worm. Finna get rich for 'em, food for the worms. Cutting cocaine, dumping whole things. It's a cold game, make you run your gold chain. Hungry, but I'm moving in a keto state. For sure, beat the price on the keys in your state. Catch me running up a tire, fucking up a bag. Make me wonder how long will a good thing last. On my Curtis Mayfield, live a life I can't chill. Push a man, pushing packs, all I do is make skrill. Keep it 100, I'm just numb, yo, I can't feel none of these suckers when they say they real. Stacking Uber cash, I'm an out-of-state supplier. Random Uber man here to get away drive. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the
You ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile. Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Yeah.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Yeah.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Yeah, I need me put in my pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. It's all a hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, 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 money.
It's hard out here for a pill. When they tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me. No, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up? What up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at you.
What up? Top of the morning. Happy Friday, y'all.
Yeah. Let's get it. See if we got any questions in so far. Let them know. Dennis, if you're not first, you're last. Wake and bake. Let's smoke it up. Quincy said, well, good morning, my ninjas. Said Mahomes is out. I got Purdy for my backup on waivers. I see Dobbs, Geno, Howell, Baker, and Goff. Man.
I'll pick up Goff.
Yeah, I want Goff out of all those guys.
Yeah.
Purdy would be my number 2 out of all these. I mean, unless the Jags, somehow just completely changed their defense after the bye week. I do like Purdy this week too.
I think it matches up well for it to be a shootout affair because, like, you can't run on the Niners, but you could pass on them. And then, Brock, like, every game that he's had to play from behind, he's a QB1.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the Jags have kind of they've been running it up on Foos, on the ground at least. So let's see if he can take it to the air, make it a little shootout.
That's one of the tough things about the single QB leagues because, I mean, you really don't even want to house more than 2 more often than not, unless maybe in the playoffs you're trying to cock block. But, yeah, I'd be happy with Mahomes and Goff the rest of the way.
Mm-hmm.
And where are we at?
Yeah, I think the one thing we got to worry about with Goffle is that, like, they'll fuck around and punch it in when they're down there because now they got both their backs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, like, yeah, I mean, should be able. He's not Zach Wilson. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that the Chargers and Lions are going to be one of the higher scoring games on the week as well. We'll put it in the top 3 because Chargers, they can't defend shit. And Big Dog, what up? Stranger, what up, homie? What are you smoking on over there? King D, what up, bro?
What up?
Let's see. Pate said Tyler Boyd or Marquise Brown
Hollywood
this week. I'm going Boyd because of the matchup.
Well,
And they already said Higgins is not expected to play.
Oh, word.
And Chase is all banged up right now too.
That's different. I didn't know that. I knew he popped up with the hammy, but fuck. Okay,
they said that yesterday that he's not expected to play. They still have him as questionable. They haven't changed him to doubtful. They should. Then we can move him into the IR for our sleeper leagues.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Marquise Brown versus AJ Terrell. I know Kyler's back, but AJ Terrell's still a dog.
Yeah, but they're gonna hide him in the slot a lot, though. You know what I mean?
We hope. And Chito, he said, "Good morning, sup guys." Said I'm feeling good. I started Foreman over Hollywood. There we go. He said in the flex, took a risk, but it paid off for sure. And he did exactly what he did. Like he got, if you take away the touchdown, you got like 8 points. So like literally the touchdown saves his day.
Yeah, 17.
Oh yeah, he had the 2.
Those are the two grabs.
Two catches. Yeah,
for nothing. Two grabs for nothing. He started himself, huh? Like, listen, bro, you better throw me a couple dump offs, bro. I started myself against you, T-Bag. He said, what? In the team league? Yeah, bro.
That's what it is. I mean, shit, like Foreman is just, he's just like those tight ends that are out there that need to score a touchdown or they're not really worth starting. Like, yeah, luckily it worked out for anyone who started him. I know I had to start Foreman in a couple dynasty leagues where bye weeks are hurting.
I think I got a mushroom residue epiphany. You ready for this?
Okay.
Coaches play fantasy football with their teams.
Yeah, I already said that, man.
Oh, word?
Man,
I'm really
this is me going all the way back to 2006.
Oh,
I was like, come on. Of course Marty Schottenheimer plays fantasy football. And like he's giving LT all these, 4 touchdowns a game, 3 touchdowns a game. That's Marty Schottenheimer making sure he's going to win his league because he just drafted LT first and he just rode him all the way. 31 total touchdowns.
I'm cursing out you players worse than Marty Schottenheimer. I'm buzzing. Dirty Dozen. Naughty Rotten Rhymer.
You did it backwards, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like I realized that.
Because you're about to say the line again.
Yeah. We're just going circles at that point.
Yeah. I just don't give a fuck.
You know what's crazy? You could tell when he did that video, he wasn't famous yet.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, yeah, because that song, I believe
that was the original.
That was off the EP, right? Yeah.
It wasn't on the EP, but it was on the Slim Shady LP, right? Not the the Slim Shady EP. You're right. My bad.
Yeah. Because the LP was the one that everybody knows.
Yeah. Because then like the EP was like 5 or 6 tracks, and it was like the stuff.
What the hell's the difference between the EP and the LP? I don't
know. I mean, I've never actually asked somebody this that might know, so I don't sound stupid. But like, I always assumed it was like long playing. You know what I mean? Was the LP?
Okay.
It was like a full length album, and then EP. I don't know, or like extended play. Like that was longer, right? But
because it wasn't, that would have been the other way around, right?
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe
I just always thought the EP was like just a different version of a demo. Because what do you have, 5 or 6 tracks on that thing?
Well, EP is just like it's like the next step above demo and above mixtape back then. You know what I mean? Because now, fools will drop EPs like it's just a small album. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, but like and then like I don't give a fuck. Just the two of us. Like the Mushroom song. These are all joints he already had.
Yeah.
Like they're produced by Conniver. Denon, I think is his real name. Denon. Something like that. It's one of those Donta names, right? With an apostrophe in it, I'm sure.
Okay. Yeah. Adam said the EP only has 6 tracks. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Anything that's just it's funny because I've seen EPs that are like anywhere from 5 to 8. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Adam, you the man. He said nothing like dabbing and listening to my favorite NFL analyst before going to work. You the man.
Awesome. Look, you know what's awesome? He called us NFL analyst, man. Let's go. I made it.
We do the man. You were right about the EP standing for extended play, and LP stands for long play. So you shouldn't have even just said that you didn't know it. Like, man, you just hit the nail on the head.
Nah, man. See, listen, the best ability is the accountability. I had to admit that I didn't know shit.
Thanks, Dennis.
But
that's always what I thought. The EP was just like a fucking demo, pretty much. What? Because how many tracks are usually on a demo? Is it just 1 or 2 or
like 2, 3?
Okay.
I mean, a demo could be your fucking EP. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, for sure.
But nine times out of 10, a demo is just like a song. Back then it'd be an A and a B side, or 2 tracks on there, because this is like the attention span that you would assume that an A&R would have, like, to hear your shit.
Yeah, like you hope that they listen to both songs, right? Like they might only listen to one or even a half of that song.
And it's usually the second one's on there, just like, oh, I like this first one. Ooh, the second one's good. Call his agent. You know what I mean? Like, but then it's like, like
the first one's trash. You're not listening to the second one though.
Yeah, and like the Slim Shady LP. I mean, the Slim Shady EP. I don't think was the one that fell into Dre's hands. It was the Eminem Infinite album.
Right.
That shit hella tight. Super low quality production, but like lyrically, it was really fucking dope. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, he had some joints on there like that were just like, okay, but you know what was crazy? It was like it sounded like him trying to sound like what's going on. You know what I mean?
Dang, you know what's crazy? In 2 days, it's the anniversary of when that album dropped.
Infinite?
Yeah, November 12th, 1996.
He said, "I'm infinite. I went to hell when you were sent from it." He said, the random occurrence of murder for instruments. I'm infinite. Something you're gassing. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, cause I was into like lyrical miracle spiritual, like, you know, I was into like shit like that in high school. You know, like stupid like over the top bars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Cheeto said, do I drop Levi's for Howell? He's also got T-Law. Hell yeah, dude. I mean, Levi was dope because of that 4 touchdown game. I bet he does not throw 4 touchdowns in a game the rest of the way. Look at how he threw those balls. He's backing up. He's literally just chucking it in the air. He does like just in a 20-yard like vicinity of Hopkins. And like Hopkins, like every time he just made a play on the ball, you know, did shit against the secondary, but it was really fluky. Hella fluky. I'm not banking on that. Howell's been very consistent.
Man, he's the wolf, baby. Let's go.
Very consistent.
I fucking love the wolf, man.
And Nicholas, he said, if T. Higgins has 1 million haters, I'm one of them. He said, if T. Higgins has 1 hater, it's me. He said, if T. Higgins has no haters, I'm dead. He said, if the world is supporting T. Higgins, I'm against that world.
You know, if T. Higgins dies, this is the #1 suspect right here, bro.
Remember, don't tell anybody, just in case he ends up dead.
Yeah, don't.
This is Rafi. This is Rafi.
That's Rafi right there.
Man, that was still so funny. I don't even think you've gotten to that point yet. Where it's like, hey, isn't that what the hell was his name?
Matt Forte.
Yeah, Matt. Isn't that Matt Forte?
Yeah, I didn't get there yet.
Whoa, he's on your team, isn't he? Yeah. Look at him. He's getting real drunk. What do you think we should do?
Kill him.
Kill him? It's like, no, we're not gonna kill him. Like, I was just thinking, you know, maybe you trade him away because he's not gonna do good tomorrow. Oh, that's a better idea. It's like, but don't tell anybody that I was planning on killing him, just in case he ends up dead.
Yeah.
Rafi is a savage, and maybe that's why everyone thought you were Rafi.
There's a small, I know, I'm always threatening to kill him. It's funny because, man, shout out to Candlestick because, you know, it's certain things, it's the people in your life that might steer you in the right direction from one time to another. And I gotta credit him for this, is that I was really obsessed with like serial killer documentaries and like hitman / mafia, you know, documentaries. I was like, these are the things I used to just enjoy to fuck with these things. I read a bunch of books, like hitman books and shit,
yeah.
like. And then, you know, we were living with each other for a little time, me and Candlestick and our ladies and shit. And Candlestick, man, hey, who you on tonight? Jeffrey Dahmer. Damn, man, you on the marathon. And I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, he's in the kitchen, he's getting like something to drink, and he's walking away. Man, you know you can't kill nobody now. They're gonna look at you. And I was like, oh shit, you're right. Saved my life. Like, you're right.
They already know all your Netflix. They know all your Netflix.
I wouldn't be able to enjoy this. Yeah, all my YouTube searches, everything. All the books I read. I'm like, listen, you can't kill anybody now. They're going to keep searches.
He's been doing research for years on how to get away with this. But we only watch guys who get caught, though. So, I mean, is that really good research?
Well, all the prolific serial killers have it in them, have narcissism in them. So they kind of want to get caught. Like there's a part of them because first of all, a lot of them still fight the human inside them, and they feel bad for what they do, but they you know, they know they're a monster. So it's almost like they want to get caught just to stop them.
You know who some of the biggest narcissists ever were in the movie?
Who?
Billy and Stu.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You could add Mickey in there too, because he definitely wanted to get caught.
Yeah,
but Billy and Stu, they were getting like. They were like, remember when the two dudes ran through the hallway and they had the scream mask on, and Stu was like busting a nut in his pants. He's like, look, it's like Christmas around here.
Because he's like, look at that, yeah, we're fucking bro. Like, as soon as no one's around, bro, you see this, bro? We're fucking bro. fuck up, Stu. Shut up, Stu. Play your part, Stu. He's the one up. Billy's very calculated. Stu's like, yeah, let's just, who do you want to kill?
I mean, even when they're talking, they're only talking with their 5 group of friends. He's like, but it takes a man like to do something like that. There's no way a woman could do something like that. And Billy kind of looks at him and he's almost like, shut the fuck up. Like you see him kind of staring at him and you see his I don't know, his eyes just change. And like then he gets to the part where he's like, what are you saying? That I killed them? Like it just sounds super guilty. And that's when Billy, he's like, no one said you did. And he gives him this weird ass look.
Yeah,
like shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's the motherfucker. You can't tell him the surprise party's going on, huh?
Right? You're gonna tell everybody.
Kill everyone at the party. Yeah.
Like you and that, I'll be back. He literally does that before he goes to put on the costume to start killing.
Mm-hmm. It's like it's style points.
For sure, yeah.
He's like, listen,
because he never comes back. You never see him come back until, like, remember him and Randy, like, and Sydney are like right in front of the house.
Sid. He's like, yeah. He comes out of nowhere. Hold on, Sid.
And it's crazy because it for sure was Stu who killed Tatum, because he goes through the and then goes back inside. So he killed her.
Mr. Ghosting.
His ex-girlfriend and his current girlfriend. What's crazy is like there's this whole theory that Stu didn't die. And he's been like, no, not even that he's locked up, that somehow he was left for dead. And and just like, I don't know. Left for dead and then just somehow goes.
I just thought of this comedian. This has nothing to do with anything, but I thought it was funny. This comedian, he was like, it's like one of those amateur stand-up joints I saw. Whatever. Anyways, but it was on YouTube. But the dude's like, yeah, I got a roommate. Roommate was like, I'm gonna get a cat. Thinking about it. Yeah. Oh, a pet. Yeah. Well, you eat my food and stay at my house, so you're like my cat. The roommate didn't like that. I just thought of this though, because like Stu is like the cat in the relationship.
Yeah, for sure. You always got to have a fall, man.
He's the pet. You know what I mean?
Because like most of these, I mean, it's crazy because a lot of these movies that we've had, a lot of them it's the supernatural, and a lot of these supernatural guys are like just dead, and these are just like normal teenagers.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to watch 7 too, because 7 is just like really fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, it just I like things that have to do with that type of stuff. Like he's a serial killer, but he does it in the form of 7 deadly sins. So there's 7 victims. He's going through the deadly sins. Like there's like gluttony. Like this guy, when they find him, he's just fucking he just exploded with food and he's just dead on the table. You know what I mean? So somewhere along the way, this dude just fucking fed him to death. You know what I mean? Gluttony.
Maybe that's one of those ones that we start. Maybe that's one of those ones that we start after the new year, after we get through some Christmas holiday movies.
Yeah.
And Peacock. I don't know. I haven't seen Peacock in here. We got to figure out what movie you guys are going to do next week. So
he's leaning in the cell.
Okay.
Yeah, the original Big Booty.
Cool. JPZ, what up? He said, fellas, I know we hate team defense, but I got a league which they love team D. So he said, Ravens or Buffalo?
Ravens.
I'm going to go.
Buffalo's not in the playoffs right now, as it stands.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, they're not good right now.
I'm going the Bills versus the Broncos on Monday night.
I'm definitely going the Ravens, bro.
And Stranger said, just finished my breakfast bowl of sour banana sherbet. Nice. About to pack some. Lemon cherry gelato. Nice.
Tag.
Dennis said Will Levis equals hook it, chug it football.
I mean, like Will Levis is another one of those. He feels like a landmine. If I drop him, someone else picks him up. It's gonna be like, I'm gonna start him. They're chasing that 4 touchdown game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's playing again. Are they playing this week?
They got the Bucks.
Okay,
It's not a bad matchup.
yeah, it's a funnel matchup, so he's gonna have to throw.
And Wes said, thank God Thielen got up to 10 points. Yeah, it was bad yesterday. But yeah, at least he didn't get a single digits, barely.
Bad. Carolina's just bad.
Hey, the Viking Queen in the house. What up?
What up? All hail the Viking Queen. And it pissed me off. They couldn't get us to fucking overtime just so we could squeeze a little more juices out of whoever the fuck we got started that game.
Yeah. Facebook user Pickens or Demario Douglas?
It's me, Demario Douglas.
Yeah, Demario.
I'm
going Pickens as of now, but a lot is going to be riding on Jair Alexander because he's still not right. We don't. Who knows if he's going to play? So you gotta keep coming back for this one.
I would play George Pickens over him, but I like it's me, Demario.
Another Facebook user question: are you back to thinking Burrow and the Bengals are going to be keep it going offensively? Well, yeah, but a lot is going to have to do based on like wide receiver injury. Higgins not going to play. They say he's expected not to play this week. And then Chase, he's all banged up with his back issue. So, I mean, if they have an off week for a week or two, I mean, we could just chop it up to the injuries. But Joe Burrow,
watch Joe Burrow come out and be like, all right, motherfucker, Chase, I don't think you should play until week 12. Huh? How does that sound?
Because Joe Burrow looks good. I mean, we've seen guys like Herbert go out there with like hella injured wide receiver cores, you know, like even in his rookie year. This is going to be where Joe Burrow, let's see if he steps it up. I mean, with their injuries over there in the Texans secondary, you know, it's we'll see. This could be a shootout.
Yeah. And I mean, they just gave up a handful of tugs to or a pair of tugs, I should say, to Cade Otton.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they kind of, if you noticed the last game, they really went like tight end centric. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was a matchup thing against Buffalo that they liked for some reason. But like, yeah, they were going a lot of 12 personnel. Like they were utilizing all 3 of their tight ends. So I think, you know, and it kind of highlights what Joe Burrow has been doing all year, dealing with an injury that he hasn't really been able to stretch the field. So yeah. I can see a lot of tight ends getting in the mix here. I like your Tyler Boyd call a lot now. You know, we're expecting Higgins out. So yeah, I think Burrow's going to be okay offensively. You know what I mean?
And Dennis, I want to give a shout out to our man Peacock and Bogard for holding down the show last night for the 420 crew. Hell yeah, appreciate you guys.
Yeah, you know what's funny is I enjoyed doing the show. I cared less for the game.
I mean, the game was trash.
Every so often, Peacock like, hold on, I got to do a job. Inside handoff. Okay, yep.
Gain for -1 yard.
You're right. Okay, we'll do our job.
I mean, most people are watching the game anyways, right? Like, there's some people whom they may use us for their play-by-play, but that's what I assume is like a lot of times people will be watching the game. I mean, like me, you got the volume down. I mean, you know, and you're listening to us versus listening to the game. We're all watching the game, but
yeah, we're all hitting it.
I mean, back in the day, it would usually be playing, like having the game going and then just bumping music, you know, or something. We're not really listening to the commentary anyways.
Yeah.
Creating our own shit talking commentary.
I thoroughly enjoyed, that's what I miss about like the Bogard before the world shut down. Because like, man, we were everywhere watching the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a game on, well, let's go eat. Let's go to DMP's or let's go to fucking, you know what I mean? Let's go to
when I lived in downtown, they had you know, some of these buildings, they got the stronghold on like cable or satellite that you can have there. Mm-hmm. So they had a stronghold on it. So I couldn't, it was like the first time in years that I didn't have DirecTV and the Sunday ticket because we just
you have to pay for whatever service that they included.
Yeah, in San Diego, it's Cox Cable is what it is.
Cox.
And gotta love the Cox
Cable.
And
Pause.
in
Pause cable.
That was the 1 year where it was like every single game we were going out somewhere because it was like, man, I can't just watch one fucking game.
One or two games. Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah. I did the Buffalo Wild Wings a few times, like for drafts or whatnot, and like or even just went there to watch games and shit. And like, it is pretty cool on a Sunday. You got that room. It's like, I don't know if every fucking Buffalo has this, but it's like you have the room and like basically the walls a screen, and you have all the screens around it and then they play Red Zone. You know what I mean? Yeah. On the big screen. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, see, that's what it was. I worked at Verizon when we lived in downtown, and Verizon had the exclusive Red Zone. It was like that, and I think it was on NFL Network like at the time, and that was it. And I'd be watching it on my phone more often than that.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome when Verizon did that. Like, it's like that
was a huge selling point for me when I worked there because like I'd work on Sundays. I was just trying to get all the money, and but I told my manager, I was like, I'm gonna have my phone with the games. He's like, that's fine. It's a Verizon product.
Right? See, look at that. Is that you a football fan? Oh, sorry. I'm watching on my Verizon phone right now.
Yep, that was everyone was getting their upgrades because of that.
You see a motherfucker wearing a Niner. You see me wearing a Niner. Hey, bro, you love your Niners, bro? You know they're playing right now. I know. I
mean, Chipokawaka
right now.
Chipokawaka, he'd still have a flip phone if fantasy wasn't related to like a smartphone. That was the only reason why he got a smartphone.
Hey, the first year I played fantasy, I had an Android and I just didn't have the app on my phone. I had it on my iPad.
Okay.
So like I didn't bring my iPad everywhere. So like and when I got into it, like, oh, I gotta be around the house. And they're like, just put it on your phone, bro. And then I bought an iPhone. That was the first time I bought an iPhone, and I was like, you know what? Fuck this, screw this shit. You know, but my Android at the time too, I had the jailbroken or whatever. Or I had it cracked.
Yeah.
And that motherfucker would just geek all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that motherfucker would geek all the time.
Dennis said, Huss, how did Noble's team do last night? Yesterday was a crazy ass game because they were actually playing the number 1 seed in the playoffs. They ended up winning, and it was like crazy because like it literally came down to like the last inning where I think it was like a tie game and they scored like 2 runs or something like that. And then like a couple kids made a couple like random plays out there and they didn't make any errors in the final inning and they ended up winning. And it's a double elimination. So they haven't lost yet.
You know why the Yankees always win?
Because people can't take their eyes off the pinstripes.
Exactamundo. Your son is a Yankees, right?
Yeah.
That's tight.
And he's number 99. He doesn't even know that Aaron Judge is number 99. He just likes 99.
Shout out to YNIC. I remember I was like an unofficial member, you know what I'm saying? Because I used to rock with them tough. But like whenever I kick with them, you wear the New York hats, you know what I mean? For YN, you know what I mean?
Shout out to Tino, Dion, and Jake who just showed up. What up? What up?
What up, fellas? Shout out to my birthday twin. We're going to war thoroughly.
Facebook user says Schultz or Ingram. I'm just playing the matchup here, and I'm going Schultz.
Yeah, Ingram. I mean, it sucks that you got to like have that decision because Ingram seemingly has a floor, but Titans just don't really do it against us.
Yeah. Yeah, because Ingram's as close to a set it and forget it starting tight end as there is.
I would say Schulte's in that realm. Just
he's
like
close.
Target. If you look at the targets, have always been steady. You know what I mean?
He's still I wouldn't even say steady, but I mean
targets have been steady.
He's good in the good matchups because we've seen him like completely flop, but he's playing it's literally the best.
He blew up against against Atlanta is a bad matchup as well. I mean a soft matchup. Yeah, I'm just saying. Like and this is the matchup, so I'm perfectly fine playing Schultz over Ingram.
Yeah, Ingram should still get volume though. And Facebook user, he said, "What up? Cough it up. No crying online. Oh, no crying over here. We're gonna take this dab with no tears."
Yeah, and like coughing means you're getting hella high.
Well, he's just Let me see. Stranger said, "Please remember, it's not Christmas until Hans Gruber files off." What is it? Nakatomi Tower? Is that what the hell the place was called? I'm sure that'll be one of the movies that we cover during
It's gotta be
Christmas.
And you know what's dope? Is I love how that shit stirs it up for like half the world. And it's not a Christmas movie.
I like just playing the flip side of it. It's not a Christmas movie. Just because there's a Christmas party that's going on, it doesn't mean that it's Christmas. Like, I've seen people have Christmas parties in November.
I know this is a work, but this still gets me shoot mad.
I've seen companies have Christmas parties in November. That's all I'm saying.
See, that's a Thanksgiving party. Hey, listen. Okay, look at this. How about this? This is where I can get behind this, because the day after Halloween, walk into a fucking Macy's or a Nordstrom, it's fucking Christmas already.
And hold on. Stranger, he said the director said it's a Christmas movie. You know what? Why did it take him 30 years to say that it was a Christmas movie? Because he felt the pressure. He doesn't want to be the bad guy.
Oh my God, bro. They were like, I know you're on the way to that interview right now. We got your family hostage. Who is this Hans Gruber? You better, I can't do the accent, man. He held him for hostage, man. He said, you better tell him it's a Christmas movie, motherfucker. I'll kill your whole family.
Oh,
I know. I was there with him.
So that's why if they came out in the beginning and it was like in the trailer, this Christmas movie is gonna set the world ablaze, or like,
okay, when was it released?
September.
Oh, come on.
Oh, wait. Hold on. That was a different movie that I was looking at. Let me go check. Hold on.
This Christmas, a New York cop at a Christmas party, a company Christmas party.
July 22nd.
Oh, come on. This summer.
It is the 35th year anniversary.
Okay, listen. Do they say the word Christmas in it? Somebody Google it.
Well, there's a Christmas tree. There's a Christmas tree.
Check.
But it's also an office party. That's all it is. If it's an office party, I've literally been to Christmas parties in November, so I know that this happens. I guess you could say it's Christmas season, but I'm not saying it's a Christmas movie. There's no snow. You see any snow in the movie? Even fake snow?
Yeah, listen, man. I can't help but get upset about this because I know you're doing the work. I clearly know you're doing the work right now.
Oh man, Tino said it's a Christmas Eve office party. Do they ever say it's Christmas Eve? Maybe I missed that part.
I mean, didn't they say it's a Japanese company, you know, and it's okay. Is that not Scrooge-esque? Got them working.
Wait, it snows in the end. When does it snow in the end? I don't remember that.
When they blew the thing up, right?
Snowing with black ash.
It's white ash.
And Tino said snow in LA. See, exactly. There's no Christmas in LA or San Diego or wherever else it doesn't snow.
Is Bruce Willis Jewish?
Good question. I have no idea. Bruce Willis is all fucked up right now.
I know, bro.
And they said he can't
talk or nothing.
Yeah, like fuck.
I was about to say a very bad joke.
That's just sad. Let's not make any bad jokes about that.
Yeah.
That's just sad, man. I mean, and why do they keep like putting it out on social media too? Like, I don't want. I mean,
okay, I have something. I just thought of something. I think I've said this before. He like as much as Snoop looks like a Doberman pinscher, he looks like a bulldog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. All right, let's see it.
Looks the same.
Tino said, "Here's the snow." All right, it's at the very end. That's smoke. Let's see. Where's the snow? It's hella smoke coming from the building. Let's see.
It doesn't rain in Southern California.
Yeah, there's no snow.
I see you when I
get there's no snow. Why are you lying? It's smoke. It's smoke coming out of the building that's like blown up.
It's subjective.
I'm just always going to play the other side because why would a Christmas movie come out in the summer? Everybody out there, I want your realistic answer. Doesn't even have to be bogey.
Because it's an action-packed, it's an action-packed joint, and that's what the summer is. Action movies.
Tino, you just sent me the picture, the video. You said it does snow at the end. I didn't see any snow on the video. I just watched it that you sent.
It doesn't rain in Southern California.
Oh man, but yeah, that's definitely going to be one of the movies that we cover for Christmas, because I love talking shit about how it's not a Christmas movie, or at least trying to.
We're just gonna have. Okay, we're not even calling it the Die Hard review. Okay, it's the Die Hard. We're gonna title it. Okay, God damn it, the Die Hard Christmas debate. That's what. And we'll just have a poll running the whole show. And yeah, we will go through the movie, but you know what I mean? We're gonna detail. So for me, if I'm on the side of it's a Christmas movie, I'm gonna have a highly detailed list of all the things that indicate this is a Christmas movie.
Yep.
I see you when I get there.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a real thorough watch of this. Willpower, what up? Willpower said, gross question. I got to play one in a full PPR. Noah Brown, Juan Dale, or Mims. Fuck. That's bad. That's really gross.
It's Noah Brown and Mims in that order for me.
Yeah, fuck it, dude. I'd rather just take the shot on Noah Brown. At least you're connecting yourself to Stroud. I mean,
yeah,
Mims,
and then like
him. I think we've seen Mims's peak for his rookie year.
And I think like if there is any like case to make for Mims is that they came out and said like they want to get him more involved after this bye week. And then here comes the matchup where you would think that this is an exploitable matchup.
Are you amongst the same? I'll believe it when I see it crowd for him.
I mean, like I drafted Mims everywhere with like, like a Mr. Irrelevant pick in a lot of those drafts, only to just drop him. You know what I'm saying? And then he does that big old crazy game, and then you just never get him again, and people just have him.
I'm not playing I'm not playing Wandale until Matt Barkley gets up in there.
Yeah.
It's crazy how nobody on their team could get any kind of volume. Like,
nope.
Like they're all like
go back to last year. I think there's only one receiver that had over 60 targets last year.
Yeah, his name was Saquon.
Well, I mean,
I'm fucking around.
Hodgins, right?
You might have flirted with it. Haji's back. I wish Haji could be a thing.
He's back.
Facebook users said, I guess the Panthers and the Bears finally got defense. Nah, it's just their offenses both like really suck. The Bears, they are, I mean, minus Tremaine Edmonds, right? They are probably the healthiest they've been since like game one. Panthers, I mean, they're healthy on defense finally as well.
Well, they lost Brian Burns and
oh yeah, I forgot. That's a big chunk.
Yeah, they're kind of all the way beat up right now. Louisville's been playing banged up. They're legit like signing guys like Blake Martinez because they're so hurt at linebacker outside of like Gruber Hill.
He went to the practice squad though, right? Like
yeah, but that's why it's just like
Blake Martinez, that shady motherfucker.
I don't bring a bad motherfucker in fantasy, man. Come on.
Nah, only when he went with Green Bay.
When he was with Green Bay, and
after he got that bag, completely 1,000,000% fell off.
Yeah, I mean, he was dope in Green Bay, and it might have only been those 2 years, huh?
I mean, I feel like it was more than that. It might have been like 3 out of his 4.
His first contract.
Yeah, it might have been 3
out of his first 4. I want to say he was a Mike Penton guy. Mike Penton was like a Rex. He was a product of Rex Ryan.
But yeah, fuck Blake Martinez and his shady business practices. He got caught being shady with his Pokemon his Pokemon business. He got caught.
He got banned.
Practices, yep, and banned. Shady
motherfucker. Banned for life.
Why did he have to be a shady asshole in the end? He made all that money off his old ass cards, and he was running a legit business, at least it seemed. And then they started finding out that like he wasn't Not that it wasn't real, but that he was rigging a lot of the shit.
There was when I went down the rabbit hole for a sec there, he was like, I was reading shit like he would like, you know, somebody would purchase some shit, then he'll like resell it to somebody else, and like that person, and it'll make it look like he sent it to the person, and it'll be like, oh, we never got it, and he's like, oh, I sent it, like, you know what I mean? Then resell it. He was just like, I don't know.
And just doing shit with like hoarding the better packs or whatever, and like those those being opened, but like not on camera, so like those ones never like got, I don't know, some shit like that. It was a whole bunch of shady shit. Just that's all I know. And what up, Marty? Minnesota Marty? He said, would you trade Jacoby for Sutton in Dynasty?
No.
Nah, just hold.
I mean, because it's like, just speaking for dynasty purposes, like Jacoby Myers has a job next year, like with the Raiders, because he's contracted with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Sutton's a free agent and or like just could be a wash anywhere else. Like he's already a wash there basically. So it's like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? He's gonna end up some rotational guy like on Atlanta or something. He'll be like the new Mac Hollins for them next year. Like, you know, I can see stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like Sutton doesn't really. The court is not in session.
JJ, he said it kind of looked like it might have been a somewhat good game with the pick six at the start, but then I should have.
No, that game, that's what ruined it. They get a pick six. There goes like a whole offensive series potentially for scoring for that team.
And who was it who got it? Or no, it was a punt return, right?
Yeah, it was a special team. Yeah.
Yeah, not defense, but yeah, the punt return. This is crazy. That was their only touchdown of the game.
It's
fucking ugly.
Oh no. Our man, the foreman.
Well, no. That's what I'm saying. The Panthers got the punt return.
Oh, I thought you meant that was the only touchdown in the entire game.
No. Because Foreman was the only one, the sole touchdown of the entire game. But no, I was talking about the Panthers. That was their only touchdown, just the one punt return. They didn't do shit besides that.
Yeah, and then that definitely hurt all the Bryce Young pieces that we needed to eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Eric on YouTube said, what do you think of my week 11 lineup? Week 11, we're only in week 10. He said Burrow, Jacobs, A-Chain if healthy. Oh, that's why he put week 11, so he can put A-Chain in there. And Lamb, Allen, Kelsey, Mostert, Chiefs D, Aubrey. I mean, I don't like playing A-Chain and Mostert. I know it was like nice for a little bit, but
I'll do it. Just depends on matchup.
Yeah, I mean, they got the Raiders, so that's a good matchup.
Yeah, I mean, like you just kind of if there's anything to chase, it would be something like that, right? Like,
yeah,
most
just hasn't been handling.
And he's been like a touchdown or bust guy.
Yeah,
they've been kind of bad the last 3 weeks on offense.
Yeah,
it's been like Tyreek Hill show, and then that
even with his touchdown. I mean, this past week, 13.5 points. Got the touchdown versus New England, 10.6 points.
You know what I'm saying?
And then the week before that, 6 points. I mean, that was versus the Eagles, but still.
Yeah, and then the selling the high on Mostert window, that closed a long time ago.
Yeah, everyone just wants A-Chain. And it's crazy because the thing about A-Chain is not that he's not good. I mean, he's amazing. Keeps getting hurt. It's crazy. There's people who are going to be paying up for him, like Ella. Yeah, he's already. I mean, he misses the beginning of the season because he's hurt. He plays 2 or 3 games, then gets hurt again. I just wouldn't be trying to pay up to acquire him in redraft. But yeah, I mean, the lineup looks solid. And shout out to whoever the Facebook user is.
He's just on the week 11 or what? He's just like, listen, bro, I got week 10 soda.
Well, I mean, you look, I'm assuming, Kelsey on bye, the A-Chain, Mostert, Lamb, Chiefs D, it's pretty much half his team that's on bye.
Well, Lamb's still in there, but yeah.
Go out. What's more impressive? Get a dub in a week where you're supposed to lose. That's impressive.
I'm always gonna. I'm stone cold in an I quit match, but I'm gonna have to pass out. I can't quit, man. I've been watching, like, I've been going down the rabbit hole, all the A&E ones. They're well done.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, I need to start those.
Like which one did I send you?
The Shawn Michaels one.
Yeah, and like I hate Shawn Michaels, and I fucking love him now. Cause it's like, dang, I just like he was a real piece of shit.
Yeah,
like I hated him for the right reasons, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
real piece of shit. And but he partied, did a lot of coke, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't know. You know what I mean? I knew like everyone did pills and shit, but I didn't know he was one of those guys. And then him and Marty Jannetty, they're just like.
Willpower said A-Chain has CJ2K talent. Yeah, but he's got to stay on the field.
I mean, what's CJ2K talent? Like someone that could run for 2,000? I don't think he got that. He's in the wrong system, and he's a little guy. He's an explosive player. I would say he would be more Lindell White than anything.
He's played 4 games.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's running back what?
He killed it in 3 of those 4.
Is he running back what? Like 24 right now?
I mean, shit, just off of those games, he has like 100 points damn near.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's up there.
Yeah. But if you can't stay healthy,
he's like running back 16 right now.
Yeah. And Judah said, you worried about Addison versus the Saints. Would you play Ridley over him? Man, I probably would play Ridley over him and just hope that the Jags know what they have on their hands.
Ridley's been playing. I liked Ridley because I thought he was going to be Trevor Lawrence's favorite target, which is just the slot, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't remove the names. He just likes to throw at the guy in the slot. But they got him out wide more. The Niners give it up. Mad booty to the outside receivers, bro. So I'm okay starting him over Addison. And it's just like it's still a gamble. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure we're all a little more confident having the Josh Dobbs under center, right?
Yeah.
And then there's the fact that like the Saints have kind of been giving up the booty, you know, more so this past 3-4 weeks on defense. So I'm okay. I'm okay with the Addison play too. But yeah, listen, we're week 10. If it's me, I'm playing Ridley, and that's kind of, you know, you come back and chew me a new one. You know what I mean? If I'm wrong, but yeah, that's what I'm doing.
And shout out to Frank over on Patreon. Make sure you join the 420 crew so you can get your questions answered even faster. So Frank said start Douglas over Myers. I'm playing Myers because
I'll play Myers.
Yeah, they give up over the middle of the field.
Yeah, it's a really terrible matchup though. Fuck.
Well, I mean, not if he's in the spot.
That is where they're vulnerable. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
but are the Raiders going to be smart enough to do that?
The Raiders. Hey, you know what's funny? Sometimes when you know a motherfucker's a stupid fuck, and then they do something smart, just when they think you couldn't do anything stupider.
Hold on. Yeah. Hold on.
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any color, you go and do something like and totally redeem yourself.
I mean, and they did, right? They fired their head coach and all the motherfuckers. Like, this is kind of the redemption right here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm okay with Myers. And like, I was joking before last week's game that like Myers is going to be the only one that doesn't like the coaching change because it seemed like he was the only one they were like game planning with.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, he was still part of the game plan. You know, he got the tug. So, like, I mean, we're just going to ride that train still.
And then Frank's second part of the question, he said, if Connor plays, would you start him over B-Rob, Ingram, or Laporta? He said, I got to flex a tight end this week. I'd probably play him over Ingram.
B-Rob?
Connor.
Oh. Yeah?
He said, I mean, I think all of those guys are playing. Yeah, and he's just asking, would you play Connor over any one of you guys?
I'll play James Conner over them for sure. Like he's
yeah. Like who do you think's the worst out of those? I said Ingram out of B-Rob, Ingram.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and say Ingram. It might even be like is that too cute? Yeah, I was gonna say yeah. I'll say Ingram. I'll play Laporta. You just play Laporta. Yeah. Laporta's like Ingram with touchdown upside. Yeah,
and they got the Chargers anyways, so
yeah,
not a bad matchup. M. Dave, what up? Said sit one out of Devontae, JSN, Connor if he plays. Probably just sitting JSN.
Yeah, I'll play Connor.
Like, why are people still like start like I don't know if anyone's starting him.
It's the rookie hype residue is still like going, and like
Yeah.
I mean he does play like 60% of the snaps, but like if there's ever a time because we don't really get asked about JSN, he's like usually an easy sit, and like
We get asked about him all the time. That's what's making
yeah.
We just usually don't pick him. I mean, I guess he's gotten 10 to 16 points these last couple weeks, so it hasn't been bad. It's actually better than I would have thought, but it's very blah. Like if he doesn't get even in one of the games he got a touchdown, 12 points. Another game he got a touchdown, 16 points. Like, you know.
And like for what it's worth, you can fuck that secondary up. Washington's, it's just man, Geno sucks a lot of
D.
My bad, I caught myself there. You're like Bogart, don't say it. You're gonna saying it too blatant.
I wonder what the snap percentages are over there.
He's hovering around 69 for real.
It's crazy. So week 9's an outlier. He had 82%. But that's the only game that he's had that high.
But he is banged up right now. So that there is that. Like, and I don't, you know what I mean? Him and Ken Walker, I mean, I guess today's injury report is going to be like, you know, going to be telling here.
And then M. Dave said 49ers or Chiefs rest of season.
I'll probably play the Niners. Oh, actually, the Chiefs ain't bad too. They're schedule-wise, and the Chiefs is a good defense. Yeah, I'll probably roll with the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
You know what? Fuck that. We got Chase Young. Oh, shit. That's real, huh?
Yeah.
Watch it sucks.
See, I mean, here's the thing. I don't want only the Chiefs or only the Niners the rest of the way. I'm trying to play the best matchups that I can, like down the stretch. Like this week, yeah, it's a better – well, I mean, obviously it's a better matchup for the Niners because the Chiefs don't even play. And then next week, Chiefs got Eagles and Niners got Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is not really like that great of a matchup.
Nope.
But then the Chiefs got Las Vegas and then Green Bay. I want the Chiefs for those two over Seattle and Philly. That's who the Niners got.
The question is, who is he gonna? Who is he gonna target to drop one? Because obviously he's trying to drop one. I wouldn't do it. I just hold on to both of them. We're in week 10. You know, this is a stretch here, right? You know what I mean? We got 9 weeks left, including the playoffs, and I would. What do people usually do when you're approaching the playoffs? They start promoting holding on to multi defenses.
So there's 8. So there's 8 weeks left, right? If we include
including this week.
So the Chiefs, they've got 4 really amazing matchups. The Niners, they've got 3 really amazing matchups.
The Niners got Washington. They got Washington in the title game.
Yeah, that's why you don't get rid of like San Fran. Like literally, if you just hold them, like you play San Fran this week and in week 17, if you make it there. But besides that, I'd rather have the Chiefs all of those other weeks, like in between, except the week when they play Buffalo. I'd be looking, Buffalo's still, they could be shit, but they're still not giving up a lot of points to team defense either way. But yeah, I would, down the stretch, you got to have a mix of these defenses. And Niner, if we didn't shout you out, what up, bro?
What up, Niner?
JJM, he said for the flex, Christian Kirk, Javonte Williams, or Tank Dell. I think I'm leaning Christian
Tank.
Kirk.
I'm gonna go Tank, Christian Kirk. Oh, there's no Zay Jones, huh?
No, highly unlikely. I don't even think he's practiced.
Word? Okay.
Other than individual drills. They say he was doing individual drills, but I don't think he's practiced with doing any 7-on-7s or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm okay with it actually. I forgot they're playing my Niners. You know what, Chase Young? Let's go. It's a bad line. It's time to eat.
Hell yeah, it is.
Bosa's finally. I don't even think Bosa got to one on the year yet, bro. Does he?
What? Really?
I don't know. I mean, he missed time in the beginning, and like I watched those games. He's getting hits, and he's almost getting there like every time. But it's like
he's got 2 total, but that's
what they came in early. They came in before the injury, right?
No, actually, it's 3 total.
3 total. Okay. Do better, Nick.
Week 3.
His brother got more than him.
He might now. Yeah, week 3, week 5, 6, and then 8. Where he
I
had
missed all that.
Well, I mean, in 2 of those games, it was a half a sack. So, I mean, still nowhere on pace of his like normal like 15, status. And Lucius says, why did Goddard still have a doubtful designation? Can't move him into the IR slot, man. So you got to play on sleeper, bro. You would be able to. He said, does this team have to give him an out designation before he can be moved? Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So, and that sucks because they're on a bye week. So, or he has to get officially put on IR.
Yeah.
Like during this bye week somewhere. But the trend this year is they wait till like a day before or the day of the game. That's what they've been doing this year.
Yeah, it really sucks. Yeah, I hope he's doubtful on sleeper so we can move him already. And Niners, or any Lenny Fournette news? What's going on with that? Whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, he's just probably still getting acclimated. He might be. I mean, when they signed him, I said that what we're looking for is him to be like better Latavius Murray. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think that they got him more for like getting towards the playoffs. Yeah, for sure. Like, what? They didn't even care. I guess you got to make it there. They're not looking that good right now.
It's really that's crazy, huh? I mean, they took in some bad L's here. Like they could.
Well, let's see. Let's see if you're right about this, because you might. Oh, well, actually, it's because of every team in the AFC North is 5-3. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
and they lost to. They lost to the Jets, so you know what I mean. They're not.
How crazy is that? Didn't I say that the AFC North? What if this is like?
And they lost to New England. That's why too, because in division, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Remember when I said, what if the AFC North somehow produces 4 playoff teams? Like I don't even think we've ever seen that happen, because the three what's it called? Wild cards is so new.
What was New England saying that?
2-7.
Okay.
Jets are 4-4. Bills are 5-4.
Okay.
That's what's crazy. Ravens 7-2, and then Steelers, Browns, and the Bengals are all 5-3. I mean, they have to eat into each other, I would just assume. So that's why that wouldn't like officially happen. But what if the AFC East keeps eating into each other as well? What if Belichick pulls out a big dub or something versus like the Bills late in the season? Jets are still right in the mix. Texans are in the mix at 4-4. Like that's what's crazy.
Yeah. AFC was supposed to be really the AFC wasn't supposed to be this wide open.
Yeah, here's the teams that aren't in it that I think have like no shot. Patriots, Raiders, and Broncos. Colts, Titans. That's it.
Wow.
We'll give Texans and the Chargers a chance. They're 4-4 right now, and I think those are going to be the teams that fuck it up in the end. Or maybe just don't get enough dubs. How about that? Maybe not fuck it up, but
hopefully the Lions don't drop this one to the Chargers. Actually, I need the Lions. I need them to lose a couple games here. I don't want them to be running away with shit so much that they start like,
that's the thing, though. They're not running away with anything as of now.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I don't want them to be running away with shit, because that seems like a team that could be like when they lock the division down and be like, and they haven't even
the whole North
either. So
the whole North is so whack that like Vikings, I feel like, I mean, Dobbs is the truth, right? Like it's crazy. Like he goes from Arizona where it seems like they needed to get Dobbs out of there. I know Kyler's playing, but he just did too good for them. That's why Kyler even had to come back, because Dobbs did so good for them.
I don't know, and that's what's crazy to me. It's like I just didn't think. I thought they went for a Dobbs, kind of solidified what I was saying, that we probably won't see Murray this year because they brought in the actual.
I mean, they shouldn't even have one win right now. That's what's crazy. Like Dobbs got him the one win.
I mean, yeah, they should. it was against the Cowboys. We needed that.
That one win is such a glaring loss for the Cowboys, because Cowboys at 6-2 would look so much better than the Cowboys at 5-3 right now.
You ain't lying.
But yeah, it's crazy. The AFC and the NFC, it's so different. Because like you look at the AFC, there's 1, 2, 3, There's only 5 teams with a losing record. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with in the A. Like there's more there's more losing records than winning records in the NFC.
Crazy.
Yeah, right now you look at it. I mean, shit, Eagles, Niners / Seattle.
Well, but here's the thing, though. We are number 1 in the division after that Seattle loss.
Right, exactly.
Aha!
That's why I said 49ers / Seattle. I didn't say Seattle / 49ers.
We don't need this slash. Okay? It's funny because like if you were in first place, right? Like in the fantasy standings, you'd be like, there I am, 6-2. Second place, 6-2. But like say you're second, right? You'd be like, we're all tied at 6-2.
Yep.
I always laugh when you do that because I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm in that group too. Hell yeah, I like that. I like that version better. Unless you're number 1, or like I'm sitting at number 1.
What up, Peacock? He said, just finished a video job, gonna chill at the crib for a bit and smoke. There you go. Celebration.
Hell yeah, get high. He got some wonderful strains over there too right now.
Nice. And Steven said Foreman did well for me. Nice. Who was the one that you were debating on? Because I remember it was like whoever you think is gonna get a touchdown, that's the guy you play. And he got the touchdown. Saved the day.
I was on the Foreman play after there was officially no Herbert. It was like, okay, I'll do it. It's Carolina. You know what I mean? It was hard not to, like, especially with 4 teams on the bye. I'm sure, like, you know, Foreman. The only thing for me too that was making me scared at all was like just hate getting behind on a Thursday.
Yeah. Willpower. Do you think Keaton Mitchell is worth a flyer in best ball? Oh man, anybody's worth a flyer in best ball because you don't have to decide to start them.
Nailed it.
And Triple X Lex, Jamar Chase is practicing. Yeah, he better be because the way it was sounding on Wednesday and Thursday didn't sound too promising for him suiting up. Is he going to suit up? Well, I mean, it's a back issue. Like, would he suit up to be a decoy out there?
Yep, they did it for Higgins. What? Like, this is already like we already saw them do this year.
Facebook user, I don't understand all the Justin Fields hate in Chicago. All the Justin Fields hate, comma. If Chicago ends up next year with a 1st and a 3rd overall pick, they take a quarterback. I think they would be stupid. What do you think their offense is going to look like if they go after that tackle in Harrison?
21, 22, 23, right?
Yeah.
So we're going in. They would have to pick up his 5th-year option.
Right.
I think that really closes the window on them trading him for some like real value because then whoever they trade him to will have him for.
I don't think so. I don't think because look at Baker. I mean, shit. Baker was given.
What was Baker like a 5th round or some 3rd round or something like that? Like
what?
I mean, even when they traded for him, right? What was he like a 3rd?
I'm not talking about what they get is irrelevant. I'm just talking about like them actually like.
That's what I'm talking about though. You know what I mean?
No, I know. I'm just saying on the flip side, I don't think that if they pick up his 5th-year option, I don't think that eliminates a trade is what I'm saying.
And if there's a Justin Fields trade, it's happening before the draft. You know what I mean? Like it's and like he is set to come back eventually this year, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the Bears did what they were supposed to do because they have the Panthers like 1st-round pick, right? So they beat them. Now they make it a little bit better for themselves.
Yep, did their job.
I mean, why do you think there wouldn't be hate? I think Justin Fields had a hell of a lot of expectations. He keeps getting hurt, and that's not his fault. But when you're not on the field, it's like that's to casual fans. That's where the hate is. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you're not on the field.
Yeah. I mean, he's getting hurt every year.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And like, you could say it's the offensive line because that'll
it is.
Yeah, that'll be true. You know what I mean? And like, but see, that offensive line is what made him run around like a chicken with his head cut off. Like, I mean, like last year, the 2022 season, I've never seen this where it's like it's a team. When they go hurry up offense, he's running.
Yeah.
Like, because it's just, the pressure is coming at him every time, and he's just running. He get like 60 yards, and like he'd be like rushing like for like 8 yards in the game, and then that one fucking series he'll attack on 60, and then he was going over 100 with like 5 games or something like that.
And hell yeah, Facebook user, the line is awful. And see, and like here's the thing also, because it's not. I mean, yeah, the way that we think as like fantasy guys and just, like we want them, like, yeah, fuck taking the quarterback, right? Like get the skill players that could like help him out, the tackle to help him out, and Marvin Harrison Jr., like that would be awesome. But if the team's not sold on Fields, that's what this comes down to. Yep. Because, okay, Marvin Harrison Jr., he's amazing. What if he's kind of like JSN for year one, where he's not this super ultra Justin Jefferson breakout or whatever, or he just gets hurt. He's gotten hurt multiple times this year.
And like, they don't have a notable backup. I mean, T-Bags is a rookie, obviously, right? And,
yeah.
I mean, like,
hopefully he gets better.
Like, yeah, like when you're competing, like look at teams that are competing, they have some type of notable backup, right?
I was talking yesterday about the Chargers drafting Phillip Rivers while they had Drew Brees, and how I hated that so much as a Chargers fan. But teams do this type of shit.
Jordan Love to Aaron Rodgers, like fucking, and because, and it's crazy. At least it was more common back then, because it was common to have a first round QB that was going to sit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Now that shit does not really happen.
No, not really at all.
My son should have sat for a couple games, and then he ends up sitting because of injury. Stupid.
Someone like Atlanta in this offseason is going to be a team that they say is a QB away. That's how they're going to say. That's how they're going to talk about Atlanta next year.
Because their defense is way more legit than it's been in a while.
Yeah,
maybe since their Super Bowl year. Like shit,
they brought the Saints. They got like one of the. He was from the Saints defensive staff. That's Atlanta's coordinator this year. So it's like obviously.
I mean, also a bonus. You're still in your same division. Like these teams you're playing against.
Exactly.
And like, who are you talking about? You're talking about the guy who went over to Arizona. You're like, look at him going up against the East.
Yep.
Holding them down a little bit.
Exactly. I mean, from Washington to Dallas to fucking. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm sure they're going to get mollywopped by the Eagles whenever they play them. But even that, it's like,
what if they hold the Eagles down for like the first half or something?
I'm just saying, right? I mean, he knows this offense. He knows that team. You know what I mean? Like you're going to have Kyler this time around, and then it is a real thing. I mean, Atlanta they're going to say that they're a QB away next year, and guys like Justin Fields. Kyler Murray, there's, Kirk Cousins. These are going to be like the names in the carousel, like whether it's trade rumors or just Kirk Cousins is going to be in high demand if Minnesota don't keep him. Like even coming off the Achilles, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because they're, I mean, unless they start losing a lot, they're not going to have. I mean, maybe they have a top 10. Like maybe they could do bad enough to get in the top 10, but. I don't know. Like they might go outside the top 10 depending on how they finish.
Like it's funny how things work, because this is kind of a textbook like for organizations whenever they want to like change something up. Like for example, Chicago, when they drafted Justin Fields and he like showed some promise, they approved the new stadium.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna need a draw. You know what I'm saying? You know how pathetic it was when the Raiders opened up their shit in Vegas and their draw was Chucky. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that was the face of their franchise, because he was he was the draw, like for people to watch or whatever. People that aren't Raiders fans is what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Like, so you might need a Caleb or something, like, you know what I mean? And I don't see Justin Fields spending the rest. I thought they might have moved him this last offseason. I thought he was getting moved to Carolina, to be honest with you. Remember that? But then they ended up trading with Carolina for DJ Moore. And I was like, oh, okay, that works, I guess.
I think it's really going to come down to the way that he plays, like in the second half of this season. He's probably going to play next week. I mean, they made it seem like he was getting real close to playing this week.
Like, are you going to put bad tape out there? Like,
they got the Lions next week, and then they got the Vikings the week after. So
he probably
these would be two big games to show out for, divisional games.
Yeah, I think that's one of those ones you got to get up for.
Yeah. Facebook user said, "Am I dumb?" Question mark. I traded Jefferson and Devonta Smith for AJ Brown. He's 4-5 right now.
Let's do it. Fuck it, let's do it. You got you know what I mean? Give me AJ Brown. I mean, the stupid thing is that you did it too early. I think. I mean, too late.
Too late.
Yeah, because then you're missing a game, same game you would be missing with Jefferson. You know what I mean? They opened up Jefferson's window. So it's like, I think if I would have, at least you got AJ Brown out of it, but getting AJ Brown on a bye week is not really helping you being 4-5. So just, hopefully you string together this W.
I mean, none of the other guys would be playing either, but yeah, it doesn't help you for this week though. Like
exactly.
no matter what, none of these guys are helping you for this.
Yeah. So yeah, let's go flatten out to 500, and then we got AJ Brown the rest of the way.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, let's see. Dion, he said Levi, Dak, Goff, and Herbert start 3.
Dak, Goff, and Herbert.
Yeah, dude, Levi's on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
They said Kyler or Levi standard league. It's funny because I've made this exact same decision twice, and I'm just putting in Kyler. Like fuck it.
Yeah.
Levi's doesn't have too much upside.
Playing the Buccaneers, who just made a rookie look awesome, but that's really all he got going, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I remember really fucking with the Levi's thing.
And Za,
jeans, though.
Yeah. And Za, what up, bro? He said start Kincaid or Hill. And he said, I mean, these are two guys who could potentially be flex worthy, like as well. But I just don't want to sit. I mean, I don't want to sit either one of these guys, but I don't want to sit Kincaid. He's just been getting too much volume.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's hard to believe that all of a sudden the Broncos turned it around against tight ends because, like,
I mean, they turned it around against Kelsey.
Yeah, I know, but that's the special. I was about to say it's because this is the second time they played them this year. You know what I mean?
They've only shut down 3. Well, actually, they've really only shut down one team, and that was Kelsey. Vegas. Middle of the road, Green Bay.
Didn't the Jets score? Didn't the Jets have a Conklin touchdown?
I know that they had a good game. I don't remember exactly what it was, but Washington, Miami, Chicago, the Jets, and then the first time they played KC, I mean, Travis Kelce did.
And Logan Thomas, he caught a touchdown and then got blasted. Remember that?
Yeah.
And then I don't think he held on to it, but yeah, there was. You know what I'm saying?
They gave up the second most points or third most points to tight end that week. So yeah, and they're giving up the third most points per game to tight ends right now.
Yeah, and then more than likely I'll flex Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill's to do it all.
And then start 2 out of Mixon, Hall, and Walker. Damn.
Mixon,
I want to
be Mixon and Hall. Oh fuck, I like Walker against Washington too.
How do you sit any one of these guys? You gotta play all 3.
Yeah, they're all in like mad decent spots here.
Yeah.
If I had, for the sake of it, it'd be Walker.
That you'd sit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go with you on that because of his 2 bad back-to-back games.
He's like playing beat up too. And he's like having mad Trent Richardson-itis this past like month. He's just running into the offensive lineman and shit. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Facebook user said Bijan or David Montgomery. I'll just go Monty. And I don't care about Gibbs taking work from him. Bijan's just not consistent yet.
Yeah, and it's Tennessee. It's a tough matchup. I think only
no, they got the Cardinals.
Oh shit. Fuck.
Lions got the Chargers.
Yeah, Monty.
Damn, and
that was
Josh on YouTube, what up? Would you start any of these QBs over Kyler? 6 point. Baker, Dobbs, Minshew. I'd start Dobbs over Murray.
Yeah, and
fuck, I'd start Baker too. Like he's going up against the Titans.
I was about to say I would play Baker over Kyler. It's okay to sit and see Kyler for a week. You know what I mean? And like even if I was just to say like in a vacuum, it's just like, okay, I'm gonna throw the guy that has a multitude of weapons here with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, who has Godwin in his name, and even Kate Otten, and then Rashad White out of the backfield. So like I'll play Baker.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have to throw. They already can't run, period, and it's a tough run defense to be like, yeah, we like that.
Yeah. All right.
So where are the games, the playoff games that for the little men? Is it always at the same joint?
Yeah, they got 4 different fields there.
That's cool. They got the big bright lights and everything.
Yeah, because it gets dark hella early now. It gets dark hella at 5 o'clock.
You know what? We're doing breakfast beer.
And Facebook user Superflex trade Pickett and a late 2024 second for Addison opinions. I'm if it's a single QB, yeah, I'm good with that because that second's probably like whack as well, like as far as like who you can get. Yeah,
we're doing it, man.
Let's get it. Jake said it sucks when A-Chain and JJ come back. I gotta drop the Wolf and Dotson, only 4 bench spots. Damn. Yeah, see, like that's one of the things that I like consciously
make a trade now. Make a trade now before the deadline if your deadline didn't pass.
Yeah.
And these could be like really modest trades. You know what I mean? Just hey,
literally guys that you know you're gonna have to drop in like who knows though if JJ actually comes back next week. I mean, they pretty much said it's like ridiculous to even think that he would come back this week, even though he's practicing. Maybe it does take him the full 3 weeks, and that's what's crazy though. And then if it takes him that means he might not come back until after their bye week in week 14. That's what's
right when we need him.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I mean, Bogey's right. And maybe just try to trade one person. You know, don't try to trade multiple people now to clear up the spots. Just trade one person away.
You might even be able to find somebody that needs a QB and be like, hey, here's a Wolf Dotson stack. And at least Dotson's been decent the last few weeks. So,
yeah. But yeah, that was one of the things I consciously said this year. If it's like a super shallow like bench, I'm just not fucking with it. Like, I mean, it really gets fluky when it comes to that because, like, yeah, it makes it easy to pick up players all the time, but it also makes it harder when you're good at picking up players and good at picking up free agents and good at diagnosing players weeks early. You can't really do that when you only have 4 or 5 bench spots. Like, you can't hold anybody extra as a luxury ever.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, and I like everything to the max, bro. Like I'm always gonna be on the side of like the more naked the waivers are, the more active the league gets. You know what I mean? Like
the Green Bowl, I'm raising the benches next year. I know it's kind of crazy, but like look at when we had 6 teams on bye. I had to drop people, like literally couldn't house them because of like not enough bench spots because we got 18 starters.
Yep.
And we only got 9 bench. So I don't know. I think I'm going to start being a component of like the 60% bench or whatever it is. Usually it's somewhere less than 50%. But I think even in the redraft, I want it somewhere in the 60 to 75%.
You know why that doesn't bother people like us? Because what's the first thing like the casuals will say? Man, it's a fucking 30-round draft, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's you want me to hold your hand? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like it's like they get so overwhelmed by it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I guess when you go, here's the thing, the standard, and I'm not saying standard as a non-PPR, but the standard 1 QB, 2 receiver, 2 running back, tight end, flex.
It's like defense. What 9 starters if you have a kicker and a defense.
And then like they'll have, you know,
5 bench spots. It's usually like
it's a 15 round draft usually, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's a deeper bench, quote unquote, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's really fucking whack. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because if it had 15 rounds, it'd be six bench spots.
And then that's
9
the deep
starters.
bench, quote unquote. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I know, right?
What up, Song? Song said Howell Baker, Heineke, single QB. I'll go Baker versus the Titans.
Yeah. It's been who's the Wolf playing again?
They got the Seahawks.
Oh yeah. I'll go with the Wolf slightly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Peacock said, "Yo, would you smoke Banana Daddy or Super Lemon?" Ooh, asking for a friend.
I was just rolling both.
I like the Super Lemon sounding tasty. That's what I start.
Here's what I do, bro. You could do a combo joint. You just throw the one in the first half and the other in the second. You know what I mean?
There we go.
Cookies. They got these cool vapes now.
Uh-huh.
They've been had them, but like my man's came through with one of them the other day. But they're 2 grammars. They're only $35, and you can switch the strains. There's 2 strains in there, so you can like hit a switch and then hit different. You know what I mean?
Trippy.
I know, right? I'm fucking tight.
That seems like it would fuck up though mechanically, like the battery.
It's
a disposable. Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah,
You only need it to work as long as there's a liquid in there still.
Exactly.
And Peacock said the combo sounds cool. Let us know what you do. Are you rolling up? Are you doing a bowl? Because even if you could do like a little half and half bowl, and then you know like which side is which. You just a little half green it on one side and then half green it on the other.
We gonna set it on fire. You, me, Jack, and Frank.
All right. Peacock said he's rolling up. And see, like Bogey said, because I know there's people who like, some people just mix it all together. But then like Bogey said, where you literally have one flavor in the front, one flavor in the back. I know people who are like notorious, like, you gotta be able to taste the difference.
A motherfucker got 10 different strains in there, bro. A little bit of this, a little bit right there, a little bit right here. And that motherfucker the red. Hey, no matter what, though, when you get the later flavors are going to be red, you know what I mean? You get that resin on them, or at least, you know what I mean?
Uh-oh. All this weed smoking talk, getting Jake ready, so it's about time to go down the rabbit hole. It's been 5 months. I know you usually hold out for, like, Christmas bowls, right? Or Christmas dabs or whatever.
Yeah. You know what's funny, too, is, like, if I didn't get high, my girl would immediately know it, man.
Yeah, you're hella irritable.
Yeah, just shut the fuck up.
That first day of sobriety sucked. Everything was pissing me off. I didn't realize how irritable of a guy I was.
Oh, that shit funny.
Then he has to go to Oh man! And for anyone who follows the Silver Screen breakdowns, we're not doing the Saturday joint or Friday joint this week. We're doing a Saturday joint. The movie we're breaking down is Savages, and oh man, I love this movie. This one was like,
I haven't watched it yet because I knew I had.
Okay, so you haven't seen this one ever.
Nope.
Okay, so not that there's a lot of no-namers, but the main guys in this, the 3 main people I would say are these 2 guys and a chick. They're kind of no-namers as far as like actors, but Salma Hayek is in it.
Yeah, she got a Netflix deal.
Mm-hmm.
She's in a gang of Netflix shit.
And this one wasn't a Netflix movie. It just happened.
Okay.
It just happens to be on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, this is a real gangster ass movie. It's guys who cultivate, and it's the cartel.
Yeah, it's okay. Is it based on like when they would just be out there in the forest for real?
No.
Okay.
No.
You know, before a lot of the legalizations and stuff like that, they would just be in like cartels would just have whole crops going like in the middle of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so no, this isn't like that. Like they grow primo. They're
inside. Yeah.
Yeah, they cultivate in like SoCal, and like in the beginning, they're like, yeah, and they they supply most of the dispensaries going up and down California. So this is like they're an independent, racket.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Hell yeah. Shout out to us.
And the cartel is they're pretty much absorbing all the independents is what it is. And so that's what this
so now it becomes like you work for me now.
It doesn't start like that, but because they, we of course we take everything is very professional about the meeting that's going on between the cartel and these guys. And it pretty much comes down to we take a modest distribution fee of 20%. Seems very it's always 20%. Always 20% that the bosses need that kickback of.
Yeah. I mean, because you know what I'm saying? That's it's like tribute and managerial and all of it rolled into one. Because what's a good manager get? 10%?
Well, 15. Agents get 15. 10, managers get 15.
Oh, yeah. There it is. See?
Yeah. At least in Hollywood. Different than the NFL.
20.
Yeah. But that's what this was. And then it's a very interesting dynamic between the two main guys that are the growers.
Very my God. Hold on. It's the dude's one of them a military guy?
Yep.
I've seen this movie.
Yeah, because it's a gangster-ass movie, of course.
It's hella hard. There's a part in the movie where they go, bogeys.
Yeah.
12 o'clock. That shit is hella badass. Okay. Because I caught it randomly, like on an HBO or some shit back in the days. You know what I mean? Just like where it's on. And I'm like, who is this? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can rewind it because I caught it live. I mean, I caught it like mid, whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. When he's like, bogeys, 12 o'clock. Like, they're military trained. This motherfucker's a badass, bro. Oh, this one's good. Okay. I'm glad I'm going to watch this one again.
Yeah. This is a good one.
Savages.
Yeah. And it's funny. One of the things is, I mean, the movie is Savages. And it's very subjective because there's like multiple times throughout the movie where like in the beginning, they're like, these guys don't give it like cartel doesn't give a shit about anybody. They are savages. And then there's a part where like Benicio del Toro, he's like, maybe she fucks them both. Savages. Yeah. It's all subjective on who's the real savage, and why.
Yeah. The movie, okay, because of course I remember that part.
Yeah.
What were they? They were like shooting like missiles. He was like, they were looking at him as some kind of thing. They were coming down the road. He's like the bogeys, 12 o'clock.
Oh yeah, I mean they had the crazy sniper rifles, out there, and then I mean it wasn't a bazooka, but it was like one of the
like a rocket launcher.
It pretty much was like a rocket launcher.
Oh, what do they call those? The grenade launchers. Man, where's Clock when we need it? Clock. I legit seen.
We need to get Clock on for a movie like that because we need to see how accurate the military depiction, is.
Hey, we should do that. He'll as long as he's free, he'll come on.
I mean, it's tomorrow, so yeah.
Awesome. He got Netflix. He's gonna call me at some time or another today. He calls me every day. It's funny. And I look for those. I look forward to those calls. That's my guy.
Peacock said the RPG, yeah. And they used what was that? The IED or whatever? Is that what that is?
I got my girl pregnant on one of those.
Yeah, so it wasn't the IED. What's that?
Oh,
shit?
My bad. I thought you said the IUD. Yeah, that shit did not prevent. Shout out to Mimi. I love Mimi. She's my favorite. Just don't let the other ones know.
Uncle Buck, what up? He said, "Who's got the mid-season blues?" Mid-season blues? What are you talking about? Man. Why?
So, I mean, he might be like an Ofer or like a 1 and 8 or something.
And Marty said, "My bad. I'd take a work call. Would you trade Jacoby for Sutton in Dynasty?" Nah, I'd rather just hold Myers. Not trying to get Sutton for the long haul right now.
I mean, I'm just gonna stay consistent. Earlier, what I said, it was Myers actually has a job right now next year. Sutton, we don't know what the fuck is going on with him. You know what I mean? This is last year. You know what I mean? He's subject to being cut, and then you got it. Then what is he? It's not like anyone's like, oh my God, they cut Cortland Sutton. I mean, you know what that sounds like? Sounds like a Patriots move, huh? Let's bring in Cortland Sutton. Devontae Parker's not cutting it. You know what I mean? Like, let's really get Mac Jones some weapons here.
Who?
Mac Jones. McCorkle, I'm sorry. The pep talk's been working. We calling him McCorkle, he starts showing up.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Facebook user Ferguson or McBride. I'm gonna go McBride versus the Falcons. A really good matchup.
I'm worried about Dak and fucking CD in this game even. And like this could be like the giant Tony Pasta game again, finally. Because it's like,
what's crazy about the Falcons is I think they've been a little bit better against the run over the course of the year. Oh, yeah.
Cowboys playing the Giants. I worry about them not being like used at all. You know what I mean? Because they won't have to. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
whooping on the Tommy DeVito led Giants, bro.
Yeah, it's because it's too easy.
Second leader in sacks is the Giants, and then here comes the Cowboys, who put fucking a nine sack game on them to start the year. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hell yeah, Marty. Salute. And Uncle Buck said Curtis Samuel or Noah Brown. Probably Noah Brown right now. I need to hear more about Curtis and how he's doing out there at practice. See if he's even going to be in the mix.
And I like it's not like they play the same role at all, but like definitely more targets go to Jahan Dotson whenever Curtis Samuel's not there.
Yeah, for sure.
Like that.
Okay, real quick. So Peacock wanted me to put a poll in the chat here of what movie we should do for the silver screen breakdowns next week. So we're doing the Savages tomorrow, but we got next week. Peacock is debating between. So Peacock's going to be hosting. It's Noble's birthday next week, so I'm taking the week off for that. Memento and The Cell are the two movies that are being debated on right now. So put in. If you have one way or the other, we got The Cell with J-Lo. Memento, I do not know who's the main characters in there.
It's a dude. He's a dude. No, just saying, like, he's a guy.
I'm a dude. He's a dude.
Hey, are they coming out with like a movie again?
I heard that there's something in the works with those guys.
Or is it like a series or something?
I wonder how much a guy, like Keenan, he's obviously killing it off of like so many different,
Saturday Night Live, like he's been there.
Like Kel's literally, like Kel, I don't know what he's done.
Smoke a lot of weed. Count up that fucking royalties.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, royalties like suck, right? For like the streaming supposedly. Keenan and Kel and all that, and the Good Burger movie. Like, I don't really know him in anything else besides those.
Yeah, but I mean, think about that though. Like, I'm pretty sure the years of syndication, like there's a straight up '90s like Nickelodeon joint. You know what I mean? Where they just show all the nights, right? Like, so I mean. He's getting some type of bread. I mean, think about this. What's that? The Good Burger movie. That was like a big movie in the '90s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe. I mean, how about this? Let's Google that. What's his network? What has he been doing this whole time?
Damn, this is insane. Okay, so you just never know if it's something big. So television. The first things that he did were all that and Keenan and Kel. He's still in television shows, like right now. Like, I mean, I don't know how much it is. It looks like it's little like cameos or whatever. I'm sure he's still getting paid from those. And he did, it's not just the Good Burger movie. He's in a bunch of movies that were like straight to DVD or whatever. And they are going to do a Good Burger too. It says they're filming it right now. It's going to be a 2023 release.
That's what he was doing this whole time. Working at the Good Burger. Like, you know what? If I was him, I would have capitalized on that. Opened up an actual Good Burger. Like, you know what I mean? Like a Fat Burger ripoff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like everyone was like mandated to say that. Hi, welcome to the Good Burger, home of the Good Burger.
I mean, just call it Kel's Good Burger or something. I mean, that's his name in real life too.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, I would stay away from the name Kells right now. It's synonymous with R. Kelly.
And Tina said, I think if you made a TV show in the 90s, you're good. Nowadays, you don't get paid. I don't know about all that because we heard about a lot of TV, like a lot of people, like talking Saved by the Bell and shit like that. They always talk about how none of them got paid.
Well, whenever you get to that 100th episode, it's usually a big deal because then you're a shoo-in for syndication. You know what I mean? How back in the 90s, how many episodes in a season? 24? You know what I mean?
But see, look at this. Kenan and Kel goes for 4 seasons, 65 episodes.
Yeah, okay. So
all that, I guess, was a little different. 211 episodes. But the thing is they switched a lot of things. Well, not just the cast for sure. But like I think a lot of things at the top, like as well, got changed along the way. Did you know that Fluffy was on all that? I didn't even watch it when it got that late.
For real?
It was in the last season or something. I didn't even watch it, or last 2 or some shit like that.
I mean, he's a funny fucker.
Yeah. And Tina said, damn, they cut him before the payday. I mean, shit, Disney was notorious with that. That's why their shit was only run 65 episodes or 63 episodes. And you know what's crazy? I was listening to something they were talking about Saved by the Bell, the new cast. And I don't know if this happened on the original Saved by the Bell, but they weren't even they were doing, it was outside of the union and they were able to get away with that because it was a Saturday morning show versus
shit
or some shit like that.
I mean, and what they were on.
How much you think they got an episode? 10 G's an episode?
I don't think so.
For kids? Yeah. Hell no. No way. I wonder what
you ever watch the Hughleys? You ever watch the Hughleys?
I mean, it's been a while, but yeah, I know I watched it before.
So, you know the son, right?
Okay.
So the son, he ended up this fool ended up I guess banging or running with you know what I mean?
Okay.
And he goes up to Stockton at one point. Who goes to Stockton, first of all?
Yeah.
For those that don't know, Stockton's not really a place you want to go. You know what I mean? It's a real small little city in Northern California where a lot of shit goes down. And I like to say that's a place that's suspended in the 90s. You see gangsters wearing Dickies still. You know what I mean?
Not everyone's Seinfeld because Charlie Sheen was getting $1 million an episode. I mean, that's in the
but that was at one point though. That was at one point.
Okay, let's think about this because I was seeing this shit about how Big Worm's hella pissed at Ice Cube because of the way everything played out for Friday. Because
everyone got $2,000, $3,000.
It was $4,000 or $5,000. It was what? But that was minimum scale, and it's crazy because even they were in. Big Worm's in a couple scenes, right? He's not in the entire movie or anything, but he wanted an extra bigger payday on number 2, because of how big number 1 was. Yeah. But nobody was given back end,
Yep. Why would they?
Yeah, because it was the first one. I mean, and what would you rather get? 4,000 or 4,000 right now, or take a shot and get 1,000, with some back end money or something like that when you don't even know what the movie's really going to be.
I mean, or you could be the guy who played Obi-Wan Kenobi.
What happened with him?
So when he played back in the days, he said, "I'll take back. I want 1% of the royalties of the back end for this movie."
Yeah.
And then when he reprised his role again, coming back as a Force ghost.
Yeah.
He said, "Okay, yeah, I want the same deal."
Yeah.
His 1% on those 2 movies.
And he's probably working for free, technically, right? Because I'm sure he got no money up front.
Or you might have got little bitty bread. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, but it has to be very.
Yeah, I'm talking about like maybe like a couple $100 or something because he was.
Yeah.
This movie, they didn't even know how big Star Wars was going to be, but like he had the wherewithal. It's kind of like the fucking Lion King's kid, and then the mom was like, "Listen, I want royalties. Listen, that fucking his 1% are over 400 million currently.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking insane.
Because there's, I mean, you just think about like a random person out there. If you need the money up front, like people do when you're desperate for money, you make, moves where you get more money now and you don't care about the future.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Look at this.
That Jason Weaver one that Bogey just mentioned with the Lion King. Luckily, his mom was in the biz already. She was in the music biz. She knew about shit like that. They offered him $2 million to do the song in the Lion King. And she said, no, we want like back end money. She was like, look at these Disney movies that were a hit over the last couple years. And so it went from like $2 million.
It was like Beauty and the Beast, a fucking Aladdin, fucking
Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid. I'm going backwards, right? Like was insane. Like,
but it went from like $2 million up front to 100,000. He said that's a hell of a lot of difference for like just a normal person
They knew what they had, but she was in the business, so she knew what this was. She knew this was going to be way more than 100 bands. She might not know. What is it, 100 million now?
Yeah,
like that?
And he said before, like the payday that he got before that, he played Michael Jackson right before that in the VH1 like TV movie, The Jacksons or whatever.
Yep.
I think he said he got like maybe 60,000 or 80,000. No, it was VH1.
Okay.
No, it was VH1. And he said he got like it was somewhere between 40 and 80 grand. And that was the biggest payday he'd ever gotten at that point. So to jump from that to 2 million, most people aren't going to be thinking smart. Like luckily he shouts out to his moms every year for that when he gets a chance. Cause that was a smart move.
They said it was $1 million wound. I ain't seen a nickel from it.
I never seen a nickel of that money. Yeah, he talked about that. I know everyone's seen it because he's talking about that on Vlad TV. And that that clip has circulated.
I wonder how much they paid the white boy, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, to do the regular voice.
I'm sure he got paid way more than that.
The guap, huh? Yeah, okay, fun fact. So in Aladdin, that I can show you the world, right? That song, the female singing that shit, her name is Lea Salonga. She's a Filipino like pop star. Yeah, super badass.
Yeah,
like that was like really big for us in the 90s. We're like, hell yeah, we got one. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure she was smart about it too. Took that back in.
So it's so weird. This is like literally an article about Jonathan Taylor Thomas and his net worth. And it talks about the Lion King.
Yeah.
It says that Jonathan Taylor Thomas's salary for his role in the Lion King is not known. And then it gives the whole breakdown of the Jason Weaver shit that we just broke down.
Wow. Because they're like, listen, the white guy got enormous, unheard of amounts of money. They just said, as long as he doesn't tell nobody. Hey, I can see him in there. You know who I am? I'm JTT. He was big shit. Home Improvement was one of the bigger joints, right? Yeah. Was that an ABC, NBC, or who housed Home Improvement? Because if it was ABC, okay, there you go. So they already had this kid under the Disney watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why you saw him. He did the Tom and Huck and Man of the House and like a whole bunch of these random Disney live action movies.
Wow, I forgot he did all those joints.
Yeah. Because they weren't really that good, more just nostalgic to the 90s. Man of the House, I feel like was an underrated one. You remember that one with him and Chevy Chase?
I remember, but I don't remember the movie. Like I
pretty
remember
much Chevy Chase and JTT's mom were like dating or whatever, and JTT's like figuring out every way that he can try to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Peacock said the rain dance. They actually made it rain. And Tino said, damn, it must suck to be famous and broke. Yeah, and think about how many people. I mean, I just don't think that royalties are now what they were back then. I mean, maybe like, it has to be like a worldwide some kind of phenomenon. And I'm sure Saved by the Bell and those shows are still getting syndicated, overseas or whatever.
Think about this.
T. Higgins and Sam Hubbard officially out.
Okay.
For this week's game.
Okay.
Sam Hubbard too.
That sucks. It's good. That's good for
it's good for Stroud. Definitely good for Stroud.
Hey, listen, hands down, Cincinnati has the best tandem of white boy pass rushers.
For sure.
There's no other ones.
No. not even close, right?
Right.
And Uncle Buck said, "Have y'all done the Gladiator on Silver Screen Breakdown?"
Oh
no,
my
not
God,
yet.
we have to, bro.
That's a good one. We've only
Maximus Aurelius, son of Aurelius.
Yeah, let me see. What was The Harder They Fall? Was episode 42, and we've done. So maybe you take away like 4 or 5 of those because we've done a couple. We did the Nelly interview and his homies interview, and we did
the Halloween medley one. We did the Christmas joint.
Yeah. So yeah, just take away 4. We've done about 38 movies so far. More to come. Because man, I mean, it's an insane tear that we've been on. I mean, we've been at once a week for not almost a year, but I mean, I think we started maybe in April. When we started that, might have even been March, but somewhere. Smokey the Cat said Gladiator or Troy. I don't even remember too much about Troy, so I would just
Troy was okay. Troy was okay. I didn't really dig Troy like I dug Gladiator, because Troy was where they had Achilles, and you know what I'm saying, they had Angelina Jolie played as like creepy, oddly, weirdly sexually attracted to her son mother.
Yeah.
Weird.
Tino said most of the numbers online are a guess for net worth, to be fair. Well, I mean, for the whole net worth, yeah, but like the Jason Weaver shit, I knew that exactly because I heard that in an interview that he gave. So I think that's, a lot of these numbers, they come because he had other ones like on there where it actually did list how much.
Hey, that's why he said it in the song. He said, "Listen, I just can't wait to be king." He had to wait on this bread. He's like, "Listen, but one day."
Yeah, that was when we did our '90s movie trivia. That was one of the questions. I don't know if anybody got that one right.
Yeah, I couldn't remember his name. I was fucking mad. Like the fucking kid. It was like it's John or something or the other. John Wilson. I was like, I'm not even in the ballpark.
And what did Peacock say? What lies beyond that beach? Destiny. Take it. It's yours.
Oh, he's talking about Lion King?
Yeah. No.
No? Okay.
Well, is he? I don't think so. Oh, Achilles.
Yeah.
Man, it's another good one is 300.
I like 300.
Yeah. Ow.
You know what's funny? When they show the little motherfucker, he's a traitor. He's all, the fool, the hunchback.
Greasy motherfucker.
He's in there. He has a little shield and shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Have you seen Cat Williams' American Hustle? The one where it's like the movie before his the big stand-up? Yeah. He goes into a Hollywood pitch, and they're pretty much pitching him on just a whole bunch of bullshit. And then he's like imagining it based off of their pitch. And it's him actually doing the acting for like the 30 seconds, 60 seconds of like whatever
that's
bullshit.
Pretty cool. That's a cool idea.
Yeah, whatever bullshit movie. So first they pitch him like a fat suit or whatever, movie where he's like a cop and you play everybody. And then he was like, okay, we got an idea. You don't like that one? We got this idea. Have you seen 300? He was like, oh, hell yeah, that's my shit. He's like, okay, just imagine this. Because this is 100% Mo power packed. It's 3. And it's him, it's Cat Williams. So then he starts imagining this, and it's him and his cousin Jamal and this little skinny white dude. It's so funny. And he's giving this hype up speech, and he was like, I have to go get this special sword, so I'm gonna be leaving you guys now. And what is your name, soldier? And he's like, motherfucker, you know me, it's Jamal. And he was like, what is your name, soldier, that I do not know and I've never met in life? I am Jamal. It's just super, they're playing it so over the top, and 3. And he was like, and then he comes back to reality. 3, as in everybody dies in 3 minutes. And then the white guy is like, boom! Shamananaya, Shamanamanda. And Cat Williams is hella pissed.
I mean, they're like, that's basically what they do, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see. And I want to get Nelly, because he's actually had, I think, or no, I don't think it was him, but it's someone, I can't remember who. They did a short film about that. I don't know if it was actors acting or whether it was Hollywood pitches or like something like that. But I'd like to get Nelly to watch that Cat Williams shit just to see what his what he thinks, how close that is, even though they're exaggerating it, how close it is.
I mean, shit. How do I get that job?
Right?
I have the best ideas.
That's one of the things that I like about Entourage. I mean, you kind of get a peek into like, I mean, they know a little bit about this stuff, and like some of these guys have been in this, but it's like they show an agent pitch meeting, you know, on how like an agent, like if you're an actor and you're going into an agency, how they would pitch you. And like they said back then, they said it might have been a little bit forward thinking, but pitching them as a brand versus, you know, you're just an actor.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's fast forwarded today.
Yeah.
You know, like I think we're like, you know, we're like maybe, I don't know, 13 years maybe into where like it's a thing where people say this is for the brand.
Yeah. Tino said, let's do Operation Dumbo Drop. If we're going to do a hella goofy Danny Glover movie, I'd want to do Pure Luck.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any of those, but I know Operation Dumbo Drop. I'm aware of that one.
Hella 90s. Pure Luck, it's Danny Glover and Martin Short.
Yeah, you told me about this movie before.
This has super like, just imagine like the worst luck ever. Like he literally has some of the worst luck ever.
It's fucked up.
And Martin Short just keeps getting fucked up along the way of like this entire, whatever mission they're on. They're trying to find some chick.
He's caught in the crossfire.
Who's even more injury prone than him. So it takes an injury prone guy to like somehow track down this injury prone chick.
So it's like Magoo-ish.
Yeah, I'd say so.
There's gonna be some spills along the way.
Yeah, and I just remember as a kid, there's a scene where Martin Short's so pissed at Danny Glover that they attempt to get into a fight. But it's like Martin Short's so bad at everything that he fucks himself up and inflicts zero pain on Danny Glover.
Oh, so Danny Glover's he's the co-pilot in this one.
Yeah. Well, they make it, and it's funny because I mean he's really the pilot, but they make it seem like Martin Short is like running the show because he's just like should be mentally in sync with her.
We should do the course. We should do the Corsican brothers.
That's definitely my least favorite of the Cheech and Chong.
It's so stupid.
But very funny still.
Man, there was one where they go to Vegas. I can't remember what it's called, but they have like 2 blonde chicks as the co-stars. And they're not playing Cheech and Chong, but then in this movie they still do hella drugs and shit like Cheech and Chong. Like they do peyote in it and they got these like busty like blondes as their girlfriends in the movie. I'm like, because I used to just rent everything Cheech and Chong.
Things are tough all over.
Is that what it is?
I mean, I'm guessing. I typed in Cheech and Chong Vegas movie.
Okay, that's the one.
And things are tough all over came up multiple times.
80s, right?
82.
Yep. I mean, I guess
Never
only
seen
one
that
came
one.
out in the 70s. And it's not, but see, that's not a Cheech and Chong movie. That's just starring Cheech and Chong. You know what I mean? Yeah, those ones are funny.
Right, that's like what's the movie that Cheech is in? Born in East LA with him and like Daniel Stern or something. Can't
I
remember.
haven't seen that one. Is that one good? I know what you're talking about. That
It's solid.
okay. Remember Nash Bridges? I only watched it because they had a Stone Cold episode.
Same.
Right?
I mean, shit. Even the Star Trek Deep Space Nine. I only watched that because The Rock was on that episode.
Hey, bro, you gotta watch the Mankind one of the biography shit. Yeah, it's just so crazy because like they have like fools talking it, you know what I mean? And like Ric Flair, he's talking in this one, and he would always be like, you know, in WCW, I told Mick, hey, we're in Germany, you don't need to take that bump, right?
Yeah.
Or like, and like, you know, he's like, no one's fucking watching this shit. We're in Germany, they don't give a fuck about you. You know what I mean? You don't need to do this for these people. And then he goes out there and he does this thing where like, you know, like he wraps himself in the ropes, like he's, you know, spins around in it, and then he's hanging. Yeah. And he's like, and then it cuts to Mick, and he's like, so in order to pull off that spot, you really gotta hang yourself, right? So he's really like choking on this shit, and he's like, but that night in Germany, he's like, the ropes were too tight, so he's like trying to get out. And when he finally gets out, he's like, I got out, but my ear didn't make it.
Fuck.
And then, you know, he's Cactus Jack Manson, right? That's his character.
Yeah.
So he's like, wow, like he's in the hospital, like, because I kind of slept on this, but like everyone, what he's renowned for is not just the crazy bumps, it's like his psychology, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because he said he's in the ambulance in Munich, and he's like, I know what I can do with this. And he shows up the next day, you know, I told the ambulance, get my ear. You know what I mean? Like, and he's just like pointing at it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh shit, this was tight for that. You know what I mean? It's like Van Gogh-esque. You know what I mean?
And Tino said, I'm trying to think of the most forgotten movies. What's a night? So I brought up Hackers multiple times.
What is it? The gumball. What is it? The gumball race, or what is that one? Cannonball Run. Remember that one? What's the one with Lindsay Lohan where the car is like alive and she's in some race? Or even just, it's funny because my girl, she took our daughters down that rabbit hole, like the 90s, like Disney joints, like the It Takes Two and the fucking, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like shit like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool when you watch old movies like that didn't have internet existing in it, or like cell phones, or you know what I mean? There's just
Herbie, Uncle Buck said that one.
Okay, yeah, that's the one.
Herbie the Love Bug.
Yep, it's a little bug and the motherfucker's alive.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
Yeah, little Lindsay Cocan.
Tino said, I know, let's do Rudy. LOL. Hell no, he knows. We're not doing Rudy.
That's just, I mean, it is is that our non-fictional section?
So for the okay, during Christmas.
It's fictional, god damn it.
So I feel like after Christmas, I want to go on a little bit of a sports movie, like Tear, maybe for like January.
Championship time.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. See, I think that's what's going to be. I think we just do Christmas movies, and then right at the week after Christmas, that's when we'll start the championship movies, because that's where it's about to be, championship season.
Yep, and then going in the Super Bowl.
Tina said, "Sports movie, I got you, Space Jam."
I mean, Mike's special
number 1 or number 2?
They made a number 2.
Yeah, with LeBron. Remember?
I don't.
Horrible. I didn't even see it.
That's something I choose to forget.
But you know what?
That guy's a fucking Jordan wannabe.
You know what's crazy though? I don't know if you guys could see it. Let's see right here. So you can kind of see it up here. This Walter White like painting. So this guy that I know, he's a super renowned like painter, and he's done like hella paintings for like celebrities. and shit. And he did this crazy one of LeBron, and it got so much notoriety that it made it into the Space Jam movie.
Okay, let's kill that guy. You know how much your painting will be worth, bro?
So his painting actually, it got jacked. And that specific painting, it got jacked. And I think, I'm not sure if they finally got it back. But yeah, that's like, it's an insane painting. I paid him, like, luckily, I'm the homie, right? Because, like, man, I remember just, you know, getting, it was like 200 total. And I split it between weed and money. And, but man, like, I mean, he's been with so many celebrities, like giving him these paintings. Like, I got to meet Rey Mysterio because of him. That was super
619.
Cool. It was dope because it was like this Rey Mysterio like toy drive, and he had a booth there where he drew these pictures of Rey Mysterio, and like Rey Mysterio hella endorsed it, and so he was selling the prints from like those or whatever, and then people got to get Rey Mysterio to sign it. I know I have them somewhere, I just have no idea where they are. And
I saw the bread. Oh, go ahead.
And it was hella dope because like it was like Noble fell asleep during this. I'm like holding Noble. He couldn't even stay up, like about to be Rey Mysterio, falls asleep like on my shoulder. And so finally when he links up, he's like, here, just come out of line, come over here. And he's like, just go through the door. He was like, just don't listen to what anybody says, just go through the door. And because it's like a long ass line, I go through the door, he's right there. He's like, me and you are gonna say what up to Ray first.
Nice.
It was hella dope. And like the lady, he was I don't know who was putting it on, but it's a big toy drive at like, I don't know, like a Chevy dealership or some shit. And the lady was nice. She was like, you want me to hold your son while you get a picture? And I was like, all right, would you? He was dead to the world. Fell asleep like literally right before we got to meet him.
Hey, real shit, bro. I would always have a waiver. What is it called? Did it call waivers? Yeah, I would always have one handy. Here, sign this for me, please. It's a waiver that I won't sue you. I want you to hit me with the 619. Or like if I met Stone Cold, please hit me with the stunner. Sign this waiver. I won't sue you.
See, what sucks is like when Stone Cold hits you with the stunner, it hurts him more than it hurts you.
Yeah, that is true. Well, goddamn, kid, you know, my stack of dimes ain't the best. but goddamn it, I can't. You know what? Who signed that waiver?
I wonder what kind of interview Stone Cold's been doing on the WWE network, because I know that's why he's not able to do his podcast right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, he stopped doing the podcast like 8 years ago. Like, how long did that podcast run? About 4 years?
Nah, it ran long.
10 to like what? Oh, it ran longer than that.
I feel like 8 years is too long, but I mean, it feels like that though. But yeah, because it was before. It was a little bit before COVID that like WWE just had him doing the Stone Cold sessions or whatever the hell.
Yeah, I remember that. He had like Baker on there. It was like, yeah, when Baker.
No.
Oh no, that was recent.
Yeah, that was the network show. That wasn't even WWE, because he was just Steve Austin, you know, there, not Stone Cold Steve Austin or whatever. And he could be Steve Austin now because he legally changed his name.
Yeah,
Steve Austin.
I was just about to say that.
But yeah, that was on network. That was on USA. When that one only lasted the one season or whatever, but that was pretty. He did some funny shit. Like, could you imagine just being a young wrestler, a young athlete, or whatever? He's get to go hang out with Stone Cold for a day, doing stupid shit. Him and Baker, like they put fucking motors in like lazy boy recliners, and they just like drove around the city. Like, you know,
that's awesome. Did Stone Cold have a beer in the side of his armrest?
I mean, that probably would have been like a no-no because they're like technically driving something. That's right. But they did, you know, at the end, like, you know, they did chug beers together.
Tight. Respect to Baker.
That was the coolest thing he ever did. I said that he's not even that cool. He shouldn't have even like he was a rookie when that happened. Like that was like, and see, that was 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a rookie when that happened. You're not even cool enough yet. But yeah, that's what's crazy. It was probably, yeah, it was because remember when the Stone, what was that show that he had, the Stone Cold Challenge or like whatever?
Broken Skull Ranch.
Broken Skull Ranch. There you go. He was still doing the podcast when the Broken Skull Ranch was going on still. That was 2016 and 17.
Okay, you're right, because he would plug the show on.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, he would. Yeah. So it must have been like right after that when
he would always shout out the brewers. Shout out the good folks at the Cucamonga Brewery for the best goddamn IPA, the Broken Skull Ranch, swig of beer.
That's why he stopped. The only beer that he would drink was that his own shit, right? He wasn't messing with nothing besides that.
And that shit's heavy, I'm sure.
You think so?
IPA,
I guess all IPAs, yeah. all IPAs are heavy, right?
Fuck yeah, I'm a light beer drinker, so yeah. And I'm not mad at IPAs. I'm just not a connoisseur like everybody that is. Like I'm one of those guys that I can't get in those conversations. You know what I mean?
And Uncle Buck wanted to shout you out. He said he's making a pancit dinner and egg rolls tonight.
Yeah. Well, okay. Are you doing both noodles, like the skinny and the fat? And like, do you put the snap peas in it? Like, you know, because you can put like string beans, or you can get like the flat ones. Fire. And lemon. They usually use it's called calamansi. They're paws, but they're kumquats, like little mini lemons. And you squeeze that shit over the top, bruh. And if you don't have that, lemon suffice, right? But you have to top the pancit with lemon, bruh. It's the must. Shout out to Uncle Buck.
Tino said Mortal Kombat's kind of a sports movie. Man, Mortal Kombat is fucking awesome.
We have to do Bloodsport. Because that's what Mortal Kombat was based on.
Okay, the original one, right?
Yeah, because
when did Bloodsport come out? 80 something?
No, 91, 2.
Okay.
And it was they were supposed to take that character and make a video game, and it was going to be called Kumite, right, or Bloodsport, whatever. And Van Damme just didn't see the video game thing like as a thing.
Couldn't
so then they were like. Yes, they were like, okay, screw that, and then the character that he was, so they're like, boom, now he's Johnny Cage, and then they put and then they had all.
I was gonna say, who is he supposed to be? Okay, Johnny Cage.
Yeah,
who's an American?
Yeah, and then they made it all like supernatural and with powers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like and then they created Mortal Kombat versus they were gonna do like the Bloodsport shit, but then the fatalities and killing people and shit like that was always gonna be a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, Uncle Buck said 89, I think, Bloodsport. That's why I thought it was.
Okay, yeah.
I thought it was late 80s. I'll look it up to get the official, but I swore it was.
Because I definitely was watching it in 91 and 92. Yeah. Yeah. That was my shit, bruh. Yeah, I think it was 80s.
Because most, shit, are there any, is Mortal Kombat the best, like, video game movie? I'm trying to think of, like, what.
No. I would say, I would say that new Mario Brothers is up there. You know what I mean? That was pretty fucking dope. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of the video game. Okay. How about this? The Last of Us or something like that. That series, like everyone swears by that. It's a series, but it's based on a video game. You know what I mean? Post-apocalyptic, like zombie type joint.
Bloodsport was 88.
88. Wow. Kumite. Hey, he was the shit, man. Van Damme was the shit to me.
Yeah, let's see. Looking up the movies based on video games. No way. The first Mario Brothers was the first, like the John Leguizamo. I don't even remember who the fuck was in the other one. Leguizamo was Luigi, right?
Yep.
And then Double Dragon. Okay, forgot about that one. Yep. Street Fighter was next.
With Van Damme.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Playing the Guile.
Does Street Fighter instead of Mortal Kombat. The whole shit was supposed to be based on him.
I liked the first Mortal Kombat. I wasn't mad at it.
Well, that's what I'm like. Literally, like, I wasn't joking around about that being. Is that legit the best video game movie? I'm just gonna read. We'll read the list, and so then it was Mortal Kombat 2, which like sucked.
But visually, it was tight.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was sucked.
I don't remember Wing Commander, but apparently that was a movie with with Freddie Prinze Jr. and Stu from from Scream.
Oh,
Tomb Raider. Okay.
Okay, boom. That's one of them.
That I mean, if we're going,
she totally shows side boob in there.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's like the perfect. Was she not the perfect like person to cast for Laura Croft?
Oh yeah, definitely. And see, and I don't even remember like if I even saw the whole movie more than once.
The movie was good. It
Okay.
was dope. Like it was like a it was an adventure story.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean? The sands of time and this, you know what I mean? Just Illuminati.
Oh shit! Bake said he didn't even know Double Dragon was a game. He said the movie's nostalgic.
It's funny because that game was tight. Double Dragon versus Battletoads was my shit.
Yeah, Joe said the '90s Mario movie. Song said Lionheart.
Yeah, that's a Van Damme joint where it's like underground fighting rings, like rich people. They got their, you know what I mean? They bet on the shit. Like, they put you in different like scenarios. So like there's one I remember he's fighting a dude in like a pool. It's like the pool's pretty much drained, but there's like a little bit of water in it, like in the deep end.
Yeah.
They're squabbing in front of all these people standing outside the pool.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, and then the newer movies, I mean the two Sonic movies came out.
Oh, the ones with Jim Carrey?
Mm-hmm.
That's so
crazy
funny.
how he came out of
basically retirement or depression.
Yeah.
Because I mean, because it's pretty dark, man. First of all, I think it's safe to say he was like a real asshole for most of his life.
Okay.
And then he had this girlfriend. She was dummy ass younger than him, like maybe like 20 years younger than him, and she was an artist as well. And then like I think she was like suffering from depression, and she like kills herself and like leaves a suicide note, basically like blaming him. You know what I mean? And he just goes in like this dark fucking rabbit hole for how long. He starts doing DMT and all kind of different psychedelics, trying to find like just, you know what I mean, find his way. And like he has this story where he went on one of those like native, like you go to like the fucking desert and you're with, you know, some indigenous person, and they give you like a canteen and like some peyote or whatever it is, and you just go and walk, and you have a destination. You walk from one point to the other, and they're on the other side, but you got to walk through like this valley. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and he's like damn near dying, and then it's nighttime, and then like, you know, he's like laying down and fucking tripping balls, and like he says like that was like one of those moments. He was like, you know, he came back like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Yeah.
If we're talking about what movie's been most successful out of these video games, it's the new Mario movie and new Mario's Brothers movie, and not even close.
Yeah,
I mean, it grossed over $1 billion. That's wild.
For real?
Yeah.
Who the actors that played in it? They got a bag off of that one.
Jack Black was in it. Chris Pratt. Anya Taylor-Joy, not sure. Charlie Day. Oh yeah, Seth Rogen was in there also.
Tight.
Yeah, and I totally forgot. I mean, because I didn't see it, but the new Tomb Raider movie, the new what's it called?
Which Tomb Raider? They came out with a new one with my girl.
2018.
What?
Definitely not with Angelina Jolie.
Oh, come on.
There's a new Mortal Kombat as well that came out in 2021. No idea.
Oh, okay. Listen, I didn't see that one, but like 10 years ago, they did a Mortal Kombat series.
Okay.
That shit was stupid legit. I think it was fan made too.
Peacock said Detective Pikachu is dope. I mean, that's one of these top ones, also grossed $450 million.
Damn.
In the box office.
My son was Pikachu for Halloween.
Nice. Resident Evil. I didn't really realize how many Resident Evil movies.
They did like 8 of them motherfuckers, didn't they?
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, there's a billion of those games. I mean, there's so many Resident Evil games going all the way back.
I was never really a fan of the Resident Evil games, and people always said I was tripping for that. I just never really like fucked with them. You know what I mean? Like I remember
I wasn't, but I did buy the GameCube to get, because you could only get whatever the Resident Evil game was at that time. You could only get it on the GameCube, so I bought the GameCube for that reason. And I just stopped playing and just gave it to my brother. It's like, man, fucking lucky. What a lucky fuck. You just don't have to do anything. You just luck into a GameCube.
Hey, the GameCube. I remember what was it? It was the Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden, I want to say we were like maybe all 18, 19-ish when that came out. Or when the game came, or at least when that one. Yeah, no, it was like 2003. Yeah. Because we were in high school, and I remember my man's, he was one of the only ones that had a kid. He had a 3-year-old. And so he bought his son a GameCube, and then I was like, oh my God, we need
2021 was when it initially came out. Oh, wait. The GameCube? But actually, hold on.
Yeah, 2021. You mean 2001?
2001.
Yeah, and they had my boy's son had a goddamn, he had the GameCube, and he had that fucking when did the Smash Brothers come out though? 2003. Oh, and that might have came out right out the gate, huh? That Smash Brothers went crazy on there, and then it was like a resurgence. Like, shout out to my man Jimmy. He texted me, this is like maybe a couple years ago. He's like, bro, go buy a fucking.
Yeah, that shit came out right when. Pretty much right when the game came out, maybe or the console, maybe like a couple weeks after.
Because I had the homies, they was on that shit for a minute, bro. We would just burn and they would just be on that shit. And the motherfucking goddamn was that I was hella on Capcom versus SNK 2.
Yeah.
Part 2. That was my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they had like an Evo version of that game, like Capcom versus SNK 2 Evo or whatever it's called, right? But it was exclusive to GameCube. But it was like where they dumbed everything down, where like you can just move the fucking analog and he'll throw it like in a Dukin, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I was like, that's whack. I'm like, you know what I mean? There's no skill in that. You know what I mean? But because it was geared towards the Wii tykes, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And Anthony, Uncle Buck said they need to make a Mario go-kart movie.
That would be hard, bro.
I mean, yeah, they just need to have something where they just have like a tournament for some reason, you know? That would be dope.
I mean, I guess that could be like
always to save Peach or something, right?
I mean, they gotta do like a part 2 or something, right? Mario Brothers.
There's probably too much money on the table to like.
Oh shit! Y'all remember Mario Party?
Yeah, that was dope.
That shit was tight, man.
I still got it. I bought it for the 64.
That shit was hella tight.
Hell yeah.
Oh, do you remember Bomberman?
Yeah, I never really got into that though.
That shit was hella tight.
Peacock said introduce the other princess. Which one? I thought it was always the same.
I remember one of the first Halloweens when I was working with Peacock, right? It was like I was Luigi for Halloween. I mean, obviously. I remember my girl.
Like dressed as Luigi,
yeah,
or
like
just ugly Luigi.
Right? Yeah, and I was shrooming as fuck. It was like fucking layers, right? But then I just my girl, she was like walking in the background, and she was pregnant at the time. And I remember she was really fucking upset with me because I went and got like it's called poke, you know what I mean, like tuna shit, like these poke bowls, and like there's like this miso sauce that she needs like extra of it. So like, you know, she's so fucking mad because now I'm shrooming. So I'm like, nah, you gotta go now. I'm doing the show. Like, so I mean, so when she walks in the background, I'm like, hey, Princess Peach, everybody. Like, no one tell Mario I'm fucking Princess Peach. And fucking Peacock was dying, bro. But yeah, that's good times.
As Facebook user says, start Lamar or Stroud. I think I'm just. I mean, it's tough.
Start Stroud.
If you're just playing the matchup, you're playing Stroud. So I don't know if you have the discipline to be able to sit.
Hey, Lamar, where's Lamar at this year?
What do you mean? Where's he at? Like
I mean, just like what's he talking about? Because I feel like he had like maybe he's like a half and half guy. Like half times he's good games, and the other half is like annoying. I have zero Lamar outside of best ball. So
I mean, versus Seattle, it was annoying. He just didn't even have to do anything.
Yeah, right. And they put a fucking 30s. How is it a fantasy party and the QB's left out?
It's when he's in competitive games. like that. I mean, I don't even know about competitive. Last time he played Cleveland, he got 30 points. So
I mean, but I mean, he ran for 2 and threw 2 to Mark Andrews. So, like, you know what I mean? There's that.
That can always happen, though.
Yeah. So, and would you? But I think the more competitive game, if I was going to do that, I mean, I'm leaning Stroud still. Is that crazy? It's hard.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you're playing based off the matchups only, Stroud is like the smash play because Cleveland's like one of the worst like to play against. But it's also Lamar. That's one. I mean, the worst game that Cleveland has had all year as far as like giving up points to the QB was that Lamar game. So that's what I'm saying. If there's a guy who could carve up this defense, it could be him. Still not a good matchup at all.
If only the Niners
matchup.
If only the Niners had Robbie Gould.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say if you're just asking a question based on the matchup, just play Stroud. But I don't think I'd have the discipline to sit Lamar.
Trade one of them. I would trade Lamar right now because he still has a bye week. I'd trade him for like a 1-for-1, like a skill position that I need.
Daltonic said the Niners defense or the Browns defense. I hope everything going well with you guys. You guys are having a good one. Appreciate you, brother. I think that I would go with the Niners defense versus T-Law.
Yep. That offensive line is like, it's real suspect. Let's go ahead with Nick Bosa and the newly acquired Chase Young.
And Facebook user said, if Collins is out, do I start Ridley or Myers?
Who's Nico?
Yeah, so Nico, he didn't practice today. I think someone put that in the chat a little earlier.
Noah Brown's in that thing.
I mean, if Nico misses, hell yeah. It makes it easier to start a guy like that. And Daltonic said, locked in. Let's see how the Young and Bosa duo works. Yeah, can Chase Young be anything more than what is Derek call him? He was the Commandos mascot.
What the fuck?
Uh-oh. You guys have cops over there?
They're coming for me, bro. You tell them the truth about me. You make sure the legend lives on.
And Uncle Buck said, what are we gonna do with Moody? I don't know. Said he needs his walking papers if he loses us another game.
Oh, that's my man Buck. Uncle Buck. He's asking about the Niners.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know, Unc. Man, it sucks, man. I mean, listen. It gets me kind of moody anytime someone asks me about Moody. But change the subject.
It's ugly.
Subject.
Angelo said Ingram or Ferguson this week. I'm going Ingram because
there's police is like right outside the house.
Yeah,
they're fucking with the neighbors though. I think it's because somebody might have called them because they got all kind of trucks doing concrete and shit, and they shut everything down after they blurped them. Well, they might just be like in the cold in the middle of the street. I have the garage like cracked open so I can only see like a little bit.
Yeah.
I got all.
Oh man, even in the suburbs, cops gonna be coming around. Now they just come around. They are just like in the suburbs. They are just like doing bullshit, right? Waiting for these calls. I mean, these guys are out here without a permit. 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, you ain't lying. And like that's another thing too. Is like the motherfuckers they walk around because it's all new development, so they walk around knocking on the doors like, "Hey, I got this concrete shit," or "Hey, I got this wool." But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Always, right? So it's like, like how many of them is actually licensed or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But see, I don't think someone called a customer on that. Like, hey, there's guys over here doing concrete and they're not licensed. We're on it.
I know in some of these areas, though, people get hella bitter about shit. So I know one of my friends, his mom, they've done a lot of like backyard renovations and stuff, and like, but not getting a permit, like type thing.
Yeah, they're not permitted by the city.
Yeah, and so something happened to where they got into beef with one of their neighbors, and the neighbors like called it in on them that they got all this stuff and they did all this building without a permit. They had to tear all that shit down. It was like a whole like outside
Yeah.
grill and kitchen outside and all this shit. They had to tear all that shit down.
Yeah, I rented a house one time, and it was a 1-story house, but there was like a makeshift apartment built on top of it. So for the first year, I just had this big ass house, and I had my studio up there, my home studio.
Yeah.
Then the owner goes, "Oh, my family's gonna start renting that shit and this and that," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." But then it became an issue of like, because this is not permitted by the city, so there is no split on the PG&E or the water. So they start trying to strike us a deal like, okay, we'll give you guys $200 credit every month. I'm like, okay. After the first month, I'm like, hey, bro, it's the $500 PG&E bill. That shit did not cover it. Shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
what's funny is it was the
like I went to war with these fuckers and made them reimburse me like thousands of dollars at the end of the year. Like I fought them on it. I was like, I'll keep paying it. You're gonna fucking pay me this shit. Fuck this shit. I was like, or I can fucking report y'all. You know what I mean? I wasn't gonna do that because I was like allegedly doing a lot of things out of that crib. But at the same time, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
2 of these places where we lived, they didn't have things hooked up right. It was like where, like one of them, it was literally like a townhouse, but it was like a side-by-side, like split, and like rent or and electricity was baked into our total price.
Yeah. Utilities was baked in. Okay.
Yeah. And then same thing with the next place. It was like one of these ones where it was like there was a front house, and then there's like a building with like multiple apartments like in the back, and they were all like hooked up together or whatever to where
because it's not permitted by the city, because you would have to have someone from the city come in and do a split. So you'll have a box for this building and a box for the house. You know what I'm saying?
They were always hella complaining in the summertime because they didn't have central AC. They just I had a portable like AC, and I would be running that shit like all the time.
Yeah.
And they hated it, and I was like, hey, I bet you in the winter when we're not using this at all, you're not complaining about how much is being used. That's just the cost of like summertime. It's hot. And this old ass fucking house with no insulation. Hella hot.
When one of my studios that I had for a good minute, it was at the Hillview Airport. Tino, if you're in the chat, he knows. And so, you know what I'm saying? Here we are. We have our fucking recording studio in a fucking airport, right? And the building that we were renting, it was utilities were baked into the monthly rate. So I'm just running the fucking AC. It's the summer, right? I'm just running the AC, whole building, and it's just one little thing that powers the whole building, right? Like the settings. And like this dude will like walk into my building and just shut my thing down. And I'm like, the fuck? Turn the AC off. And then, like, you know, for a while we had theories like, oh, it's just creepy, bro.
Is there
like,
a ghost in here?
Yeah, until I fucking put a camera in that motherfucker. I'm like, this little guy, Hero. He's a little Japanese dude named Hero.
Yeah.
Fucking Hero walking into that cheap son of a bitch. Walk here and just shut it down.
Hiro Nakamura. I wonder if he came from the future to do that.
Listen, this fool was insane about like running up a tab on me. Like we would have, like there was multiple studios like in this like vicinity, right? Yeah. But I had this building, and half the building I shared with the dude who did the helicopter courses, right?
Okay.
Side note: this dude ended up dying and crashing and dying and shit.
Jesus.
Helicopter, fucking insane, right? And I was me and my homies were one of the last people to see this dude, and it literally went like this, because you know I'm Bogard Scott free, right? And so I hear someone. Or we have the camera, there's someone like, you know, trying to get into the building. And I look, I'm like, oh man, it's just the homie Anthony. He's a British dude, right? I open up the door for him because he's struggling and he's faded and he's with a homie. Bogard! This is my boy, Scott from Scotland. Scotland. And we're like laughing because I'm faded as fuck. It's probably like, I don't know, 10 o'clock-ish. And I remember this date. It was July 3rd. 2008. It's a Friday because we're about to do a show at Great America, which is the fucking theme park.
Yeah.
So we just got like an assembly line of printing up hella CDs and shit like that because we're about to do the show and have a booth and all this shit, right? So, you know what I mean? Like we're just there on a Friday night, hella late. You know what I mean? It's like 10, 11-ish. This dude comes through. He's like, I'm going to take Scott up in the heli. I'm like, all right, for sure. Because I've seen him do this a bazillion times. He even took us up a couple times. You know what I mean? And they just never came back, bro. And then it was one of my homies, one of my engineers that came through to pick up all the equipment and stuff like that for the event. And he's like, there's hella cops here and fucking news reporters, bro. I was on TV. I said, word. You know, he's saying it like it's funny. He's like, yeah, bro, fucking Anthony died, bro.
Fuck.
Like, what? I'm devastated. And he's just excited this motherfucker got on TV. I feel like I was on TV, bro. And I'm like, that's hella sad. And then we were there. Like, you know, I'll be there working and shit. And then the wife came there, like, picking up all his stuff at one point. And she's like, oh, Bogard. I met the wife a hell of times. So she's like, Bogard. And he's like, oh, my God. Like, it was just, like, insane. Like, he had, like, they went, like, past whatever. Because there's, like, a fly zone that they can only be in. And there's where we're at, it's like there's an expressway. And then there's a fucking on-ramp to the freeway. It's called the 680. And there's just fucking these old school lines, just, you know, telephone lines, and he just got caught up in it. So they died instantly. And it was one of those glass bubble ones, you know what I mean? Like a fucking, you know, and what you would train people in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of those helis, you know what I mean?
Damn.
It's like a glass bubble and it has it looks like a skeleton in the back, just like, you know what I mean? Only 2 heads going that shit. That shit, yeah, but that shit was crazy. And he was making buku. It was like $10,000 for like a fucking whatever year course or something like that. And he would have hella foods in there. I'm like, damn, this fool is killing it. You know what I mean?
Damn, that shit's wild.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, man. And then the evil landlord.
Oh, no way. Crispy wants to make us jealous. He said, show these clowns my lunch. I don't need to show them. He got the crispy, crunchy chicken.
Yes, he found one. Yes. Hey, my cousins are everywhere, bro.
Damn.
We're doing it. Hey, Crispy, put it into the chat. Did you find it in the gas station? Was it a Valero? What gas station was it?
Yeah, because that's what's wild, man. I mean, they're pretty
it's
smart.
a whole chicken joint connected to a gas station. For those that don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
it's on the come up. So much that we even have a standalone one out here.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Because I was going and looking what it takes to get a franchise or whatever, and at Crispy we just shouted it out right now. It said like they have like you have to have an existing business already with like a certain amount of like foot traffic.
Yeah,
or I don't even know if it's foot traffic or just a certain amount of people that come in per month.
Hence, gas station.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, like, because like look at how well AMPMs do. AMPM has garbage ass food, but like the fact that those are like stops along ways, people buy that shit. You know what I mean? People buy Subway when they're connected to those joints, right? How many times you're on the road, you see the whole like conglomerate one? It's a motherfucking Starbucks / gas station / McDonald's / Subway, fucking whole little thing to have. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, for sure.
Right? See the crispy crunchy.
7-Eleven's like, man, you can get a whole pizza at 7-Eleven for like $9.
You know, I got a homie that swears by that pizza. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not buying pizza at 7-Eleven, bro. It's fire, bro. I don't know about that.
Yeah, because whenever 7-Eleven's just like the closest store, like right by my house. So if I need to go get ice or something. No, I'm just saying I've never eaten any of that. I mean, but being hella drunk in downtown. Like I know that I ate 7-Eleven like food.
Hot dog. Hey, the 7-Eleven. Okay, this was the cheat code. I get the 7-Eleven hot dog, and you know what I'm saying, you open that bitch up, right? He's got the tray. Then I'll put all that fake chili and cheese, and I just pile it up in that other side of the tray, and I dress up my hot dog, and I'll get a bag of chips, and then boom, I got a little fucking scoop thing, and then you eat the hot dog paws. You know what I'm saying? They would get hella mad. Oh, you can't do that. I'm like, the hell I am. You know what I mean? You wouldn't let me pile it all on top of the hot dog. What's the difference?
Yeah. Savage.
The nachos.
Peacock said I'm so blitzed. I like it. We're not low.
Peacock's high. Hey, listen, but see, here's the damnedest thing. I get so high that I'm high as the curb. You see that?
Yeah.
Laid out.
Oh man, what did Tino say? Mark's hot dogs is the best hot dogs on the planet.
Okay, so I have to second this notion because Mark's Hot Dog is also a San Jose landmark. So like it was forever in the same spot off this road called Alum Rock, and then they moved it at one point in the early 2000s. And what's crazy about Mark's Hot Dog is there's another restaurant what I would consider as a San Jose landmark. It's my man Jimmy's joint, Chef P's.
Okay.
Fucking Chinese joint, but real Mandarin style. So they cook hella clean. You know what I mean? It's not super greasy. Like that's what. So and then they kill it with the calamari. Like it's a Filipino like fucking. Filipinos flock from far and wide for this calamari, right? This fried calamari. But anyways, Chef P's was right next to it too. And then at one point, Mark's Hot Dogs relocates, which was like insane at the time because it's a fucking San Jose landmark. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then so Chef P's was like, man, fuck that. They moved too, right next to them.
Damn.
They on another street called Jackson. But yeah, Mark's Hot Dog is just one of those joints. It's just a little like stand thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fire.
Tia said they literally moved the whole building with the crane and the trailers.
Yep.
Damn, is that
the same exact building. Like I'm not saying they moved, like they bought another building. They moved the same thing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And relocated it. You know what I mean?
Bake said Pink's Hot Dogs is the best hot dog place in LA. For sure.
I'm not mad at it. I waited in line for it and I was a little disappointed, but I'm not sure if I was like more upset that I had to wait like a fucking hour and change.
Yeah, that's the worst part about it. You know what's dope is at the San Diego, well, it used to be the Del Mar Fair, but now it's like the San Diego County Fair. Pink's shows up there. And so that would be like my Pink's fix, would be getting it from there. They didn't have every single thing, but they had enough.
Yeah, I got the little bacon wrap joint, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, I got like
Philly cheese fries.
I got like three of them motherfuckers. Yeah, we had some kind of fries deal going on. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember just being, it was like, oh, we gotta go. Like, okay.
Yeah. Because it's so notorious, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Everybody remembers that place. And
There's
everybody
this place. It's low key, but it was like a little pricier. But it was on Sunset. It was called Red Devil Cafe. But like just had like everything: burgers, pizza, hot dogs. Like it was stupid fire because they had like the Wagyu joints or the fucking Angus joints. Or, you know what I mean?
Nice.
So it's like, it's one of those $40 burger joints.
Yeah, for sure.
Fire. And I would wait for that. Like I would wait for a table there. I'd be like, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
I'll eat there. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just like, yeah. But yeah, the Pinks is. Listen, I'll give it to the Pinks. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think in San Diego. I'm even trying to think, and I don't even think there was like just a straight like hot dog place.
See, when I'm in San Diego, I'm going full on surf and turf like taqueria joints. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like that's where you get all the surf and turf shit, or like the what do they call it? Like the sea, like what are the fry, like the carne asada fries, but they'll have like the seafood joint. You know what I mean? Like fire, bruh. Fish tacos, fish burritos, like that. I'm all about it because it's all the breaded shit. You know what I mean? Breaded, deep fried. Well, you directed me to a few good joints last time I was out there. Because I was like, which is a good one that has a drive-through where I'm at? And you're like, Callisto's or something like that. What's it called?
Man, I know it starts with the C. I can't remember what the hell it was.
Fire! Like I went to that joint.
Cotijas. There you go, Cotijas.
Smacking.
There you go.
Yeah, it was one of those ones where I went and I got like a burrito and like a super quesadilla. Like I got like a steak, like a carne super case, and I got like one of them like a fish and shrimp burritos. And then I was like, okay, I gotta go back and get the carne asada fries. And then I was like, okay, I gotta go back and get the seafood fries joint, but I'm gonna get it with steak as well. Like
it was funny. My cousin came from Hawaii, and this is, I don't know, back in like 2006 or like whatever. And I just remember like we had a super dope like taco shop just like right around the corner, and he had like a California burrito.
Oh yeah, with the fries in it. That's fries and avocado. That's pretty much what makes it California.
And yeah, it's funny because like he was only staying a few days, and I was like, "Where do you want to eat?" And he was like, "That same place, the taco shop."
Right.
And I was like, "You sure?" And he was like, "I'm never getting this on the islands."
For real though. Okay, look at this. I mean, we always find ourselves in Hawaii because of weddings, right? So here we are, boom, we're at this fucking wedding, and they're doing the wedding rehearsal. So it's me and my mans, and we got the kids. We're like, let's go fucking eat somewhere. You know what I mean? We're dumbass high. And then we're driving around, and we're on Maui, right? And then we see a fucking taqueria. Oh, something taqueria. We go over there. It was fucking whack. You know what I mean? And I'm high. You know when you're high, you just order hella shit. I'm like, ooh, let me get like the mango fucking whatever taco. This is like all this exotic Hawaiian style shit. This shit was trash. And I'm a guy like, I need sauces to dress up trash food. And all the sauces are whack. I'm like, okay, yeah. There's definitely not a Mexican around here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because everything over there, it's all, I mean, it's really good. I mean, I love it. I love the teriyaki chicken and all that, but it's like all the Hawaiian food has a similar type of taste. So even if you're getting, you know, beef carne asada, is just, it's seasoned so different, you know, just like, so everything's different.
They got a joint over there. It's like a diner. It's called Zippy's. This shit is fire. Cause that's like where you're like, they got like fire ass fried chicken and like chili and you know what I mean? It's like them trying to do like some American shit. You know what I mean?
Tina said the shrimp trucks in Hawaii are so fire. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. Like we got like these boils out here everywhere, like in the bay and whatnot.
And
but like over there, it's
Hawaii, the best gas station ABC stores. Yeah.
Hell yeah, ABC.
You could actually trust the like the spam musubi and shit like that. You would actually go.
Listen, I was just about to say that, like, you know what I mean? Because when we're out, you know, kids is picky as fuck when it comes to eating, but they'll fuck those spam musubis up all day. And then like if any hotel you're at, it's just like a hop, skipping away, if not attached to one. You know what I mean? So the ABC stores are the go-to, bro. Like I'll buy Hawaiian shirts there too, just to be like that douche wearing a Hawaiian shirt in Hawaii. Because they be having some fly shit, man. I'm like, listen, The Rock would so wear a Hawaiian shirt. Why would
so funny? I remember watching the Trill TV with Mac Dre.
Oh yeah,
he was like, "Man, ain't nobody out here even look like they from Hawaii." He's like,
right? He's like,
I bet you I do though.
The locals, the kind. After he went to Hawaii and did that shit, that became part of his lingo. Bitch, I'm the kind. Because that's what they say out there. Oh, he's the kind. Eh? That means like you the shit. Hold on. Be right back.
Yeah. And Tina said, "Bro, I get the Hawaiian breakfast platter at the ABC store. Yeah, egg, rice, spam, bacon, $5. Yeah." Peacock, the Hawaiian shirts were huge back in the 97, 99 era. Yeah, for sure. Crispy said the convenience store in Kingsland, Texas. Okay, I'll bring that back. Ocean Deebs, what do you suggest I change? 12-man team PPR. Have Lamar, CMC, Ford, Debo, Deontay, Kittle, Dell. On the bench, I have Moss, Devonta Smith, Douglas. I'm not changing anything for this week. I mean, yeah, I'm not changing anything this week, but yeah, Devonta Smith, he'll be in your lineup, I'm sure, over somebody. And so Crispy said it's a convenience store in Kingsland, Texas, where he got.
Did you get the spicy dark meat? That's the one right there.
Yeah, I like both. I mean, even the one that's not spicy is because of the way that they flavor it. It's got spice to it.
Yeah.
Like Noble took a little bite and like you would have thought that like it burnt his entire tongue because of like.
Yeah, it got a little. Even the non-spicy got a little bit of heat to it, right? A little tinge.
Yeah, I don't know the way that they flavor it. But whatever 11 herbs and spices they use, but man, that shit is good.
They use about like 12. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell? Bruh, you weren't lying about that sauce with the breadsticks though. A little extra, whatchamacallit it?
Yeah.
Man, I got a rack of shit to do today.
Yeah.
What times y'all games be popping up at?
It's
they play hella games all at once, right?
Yeah, because they got 4 fields, so they're using them all.
Yeah.
But yeah, Noble got hurt yesterday because he was playing. It's dumb, and it's dumb that they have kids like playing catcher in like I don't know a league where like a lot of them can't even really catch.
Yeah. What happened?
He turned. He turned and like it went through the side of the catcher's chest protector instead of hitting him on the chest protector.
Oh, poor kid.
Yeah.
I'm that dad that wants to beat up the coach pitching it.
Yeah.
I'm that dad. Fuck that shit. I'm throwing the ball at him. All right, for now.
It didn't hit him straight. It bounced and like hit him. But yeah.
And they're using like a real ball for real, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is not soft.
Yeah. So now Vanessa doesn't even want him to play today.
For real?
Yeah.
No, but see, he's playing through that adversity now. You know what I mean? He's questionable right now. That's fucked up.
Yeah. So we'll see. Maybe
but he's all right though, right? Like for real though, like all jokes aside.
Yeah, I mean, he might have like a little bruise from it, but like, yeah, like when it happened, like it's not like he wasn't even crying or anything, But when it hit him, he like ran in. And he was like, no. He was like, I gotta take a break after that hit got me. And like he sat down, he was fine. He like went to bat like after that, but yeah, like I mean,
but I'm pretty sure like the movements, it's the next day. It's usually the next day, yeah.
Yeah, and he probably turned into a bruise, like from yesterday. But yeah, so either way, hopefully he does play today, and if he does, I'll just tell the coach like, no, he can't play catcher. Like, no.
Yeah, for real.
Because now he's gotten hurt twice in the last couple games. Because one of the kids, like, it's noble for being too close, but it's also like, he doesn't know any better. So if like no one's helping him, like right.
Yeah, there has to be somebody directing. There's still
There's literally someone right behind him though, but it's from the other team at that point. So I don't know. But yeah, I'm just gonna tell him if he does play today, he's not playing catcher because he got the bat hit his finger like one of these games, and then this thing just happened right now.
And the bat thing was from the other team. That thing goes crazy.
Yeah, like they think it's internal bleeding, but I was like, all right, well then.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but there's no way that it is. And I said, well, if it is, guess we need to take him to a doctor, right? But that's like, just being extra protective of them.
Yeah, listen, bro, I am that parent. Like all this shit, we going straight to the ER, bro. I was that motherfucker. I'm going straight to the ER. They got insurance. Let's go. Like, you know what I mean?
We don't.
Like, well, but that's the thing though, is that like, like
I don't think I don't think I think
deny
it's
him.
bruised, but we'll see.
They
We'll
can't
see what
deny
happens.
him. I mean,
Yeah.
but yeah, but I mean, if and you know, that's pretty serious. You know what I mean? If that's the concern, like, yeah, like it's gonna be like 4 or 5 hours type of shit, though. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? You gotta get to it. Yeah, that's pretty serious, bro.
Yeah, I don't think it's that, but
internal bleeding is if he's peeing blood, though. That's the first indication.
Yeah.
I mean, because a bruise too, it's gonna hurt. A bruise right here is gonna hurt even when he takes deep breaths. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even short breaths. So like,
hey, what up, Hess? Shout out to the Cannabis Guardian Angel.
What up, Hess? I gotta book my shit. Start looking again on Tuesday. Check the prices again. Damn, that shit wild. Yeah, I'll go to the ER, bro. And then I mean, most places don't have the specific ones, like, you know what I mean, the rapid care, or the urgent care, or whatever, in the emergency room. You know what I mean? Yeah, they'll see him right away in the urgent care. He's a child.
Yeah, I just don't think it's all that. We'll see.
Just next time he goes potty, you know what I mean? If there's any different coloration in his pee, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pink, you know what I mean? That would indicate there's some blood in it. You know what I mean? Then you definitely don't waste time after that.
Yeah. Juggernaut in the house. What? Yeah, said Sexy got hurt. Yeah, I mean, that's why he never even really brought it up, like, after the fact. But you know, he knows to go. He knows to go show the ladies his wounds, so he gets that attention that he wants. Nah, he's not throwing up or nothing. He's not sick or nothing.
Yeah, if he's like woozy or like, you know what I mean? I remember when I got stabbed, they had to put a catheter in my shit to see if I was internally bleeding. I guess that's what they told me. That shit hurt more than getting stabbed, for real, bro.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
Well, so it's coming down from his mom that he's not playing. So we'll see if he wants to go to the game and cheer on his team. But yeah, maybe we'll be doing Silver Screen Breakdown tonight. We shall see.
Yeah, just make sure the dudes are. I mean, but judging by what you're saying, he just knows how to milk it like his pops, right?
Yeah.
Gotta milk it till it's dry. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Brennan said.
Have him put his arms up, like wherever his side is. If it hurts doing that, then it's definitely muscular. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Internals, like, you gotta, you know what I mean? Even if he has like a fever out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's, you know what I mean? Internal bleeding is no fucking joke. That's pretty extreme. She's hella in Aquarius.
Yeah, he's fine.
That's how my girl is.
He's fine. He really is.
My girl made me like super OCD for her. Like, that shit hella rubbed off on me. I remember when I was interviewing a bunch of cats during like the COVID shit, I would always, at the end of every show, I would always be like, hey, so what you doing in COVID? Like, how are you dealing with it? Like, you know, I was always interested in the human effect of it, right? And there's this one dude, his name was Hassad. And Hassad, he did some it was called
Noble so hurt that he comes in here like kicking. whole side kick.
Oh, he's straight, man.
Yeah. Like, I want you to fix the PlayStation now.
Then I said, please.
Uh-oh, Damian Pierce and Nico Collins didn't practice.
I like it. A lot more throwing. Let's go.
Hey, Noble, your stomach's hurt?
No, just a scratch right there.
Just a little scratch? Are you too hurt to like play in your game today? Your mom said that you are.
I'm not.
Ooh, he's gonna tug it out. Look at He's a rider, bro.
All right. Well, I think I better get out of here because who knows what's going to happen. Maybe a big thing about Noble playing or not. But let's see. So what did Brendan say got offered? AJ Brown, Madison for Nuka and Mostert.
I would get AJ Brown, yes.
Yeah. I'd do that. And Madison, you could just feel free to drop him if you want. Either way, get AJ Brown.
I'll still hold on to Madison. Someone he could play. He couldn't even play Nuka or Mostert. He goes from getting AJ Brown and someone he can play this week. So I'm doing that.
Maybe.
Since my birthday is 7 days away.
Oh man, you want a present 7 days before your birthday? Will Power said no fucking Brown season. Let's go. All right.
56%.
And Bake said, good luck on your game tonight if he plays. Yeah, we'll see. All right. Let's get up out of here. Make sure you guys go follow the audio version. Hold on. I'll tell you when. Make sure you go follow the audio version of the podcast, Fantasy Football Hustler. It's on Apple. It's on Spotify, everywhere you get your podcasts. And we should be back for FNT at 1:00. And then we'll keep you posted on the silver screen breakdowns. I'll let them know, Bogey.
Peace.
You already know, week 10, give me money.
Go ahead.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.